Oh,
Illuminating group.
Yeah.
Mike blew himself.
Yeah, blew my load before
Blue baloney.
got started.
Steve Buscemi.
All right, fuckers, is this thing rolling?
This thing's rolling. Yeah. Thanks for asking the magical question.
Yeah, fuckers.
Yeah.
We're
We're just doing cold
rolling.
open. Yeah, we're
Well,
staying cold.
You know what? I'm pretty sweaty down here. I got swamp ass.
All right.
Do
Do you want me to turn the air conditioner off?
I was just trying to make some drama, but now it's I came out and exposed myself as being a liar
Your life has been a lot of drama recently, has it not?
a little bit.
Yeah.
I guess so. I don't know.
Are you okay?
Mike, what's going on, dude? Are you all right? I see bruises on your face. Do you need to be? Do I need to call someone?
I need someone to call a big favor in for me.
You need a favor?
I need a lot
What's
of money.
the favor you need?
I need a lot of money.
A lot of money. Okay.
I need the cash infusion.
All right, good.
Yeah. Well, Mike, I know a perfect guy that can help you out. His name is Two Guys, Two Brothers Scrap Metal.
You know what? You're right. Those fuckers are godsend.
Do you got any scrap metal laying
I have
around,
a
Mike?
ton of scrap metal just chilling at all times, and I just didn't know what to do with it.
It's hard to. So Mike and I live together, and it's hard to get around his room because all the scrap metal
I know,
that he's got
it's-
piled up around.
I like the way it feels when you lay on it.
Yeah, but if
All
you
that
got too
copper
much,
wiring.
if you have too much, it's like kind of hard to
It's in the way.
get around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a perfect amount of scrap metal. Okay, that's a great note to start the
Yes.
show. Welcome to Scrap Metal, Roast Mortem, a show about scrap metal and
Yes.
history.
Two brothers.
My name's Tom. I only wear pit vipers now. What up?
My name is Travis. I'm gonna break into your grandma's house and steal her copper pipes.
And I'm Mike, and I'm wearing a jock strap.
That's nice.
And I'm Connor, and I have no brother, so I can't be part of the scrap metal.
Well,
But I have a brother-in-law, so I guess we
There you go.
can work our way into the scrap metal business.
That's right. Connor and I are we're brother-in-laws,
Yeah.
and
by law.
for those of you
we
who've
are
been listening to
brothers.
the show, you've noticed a rotation of guests, and Connor is a very important person to me because I drink with his dad.
Yes.
That's really our relationship.
Yeah, we both drink with my dad.
Yes.
That's what
Dude.
ties
Man.
us all together.
Drinking with other people's dads, a great activity. That should be an Olympic sport.
It should
It
be.
kind of is with
Yeah.
your dad.
With my dad, it is.
He's
Like-
got moves.
I wish my dad could drink.
No, you don't.
No.
I've met your dad.
And
I've done it for a long
It's more
time.
fun drinking with other dads.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah.
I do love drinking with my dad.
Yeah. So
Dad's a
good
cool
stuff.
He's good at it.
He is. Welcome to the show, everyone. All seriousness, we have a very special night. So Connor, on top of being my brother-in-law, he's a research artist. I
He's
would
smart.
call.
That's a fun way of saying librarian. But yeah, I like that. Research artist makes me sound creative.
It is an art. The things you tell me, the things you know.
Connor, can you tell me more about the Dewey Decimal System? Because I had never understood it. There's a lot of numbers, and do you guys still give out those cards?
So-
where you have to go look.
No more cards. We write it down on a piece of paper. But we do use the Dewey Decimal System. The biggest problem with it is it was made in like the 1800s or like the early 1900s. And Dewey dedicated a whole section of 100 numbers to religion. And computers are in a range of 10.
Oh,
So it's like, if you want a book on computers, they're all right here in this very, very tight
Oh,
subject.
jeez.
But religion,
Oh, you know what?
religion's spread out all over.
yeah, you got to learn about Jeebus, and so Dewey was
Yeah.
right on point.
Yeah.
He was day one, that dude.
Welcome to the library. Read about God.
Excellent.
All
And when you
facts
say
down.
religion, you mean just one religion, right? Dewey's religion.
Yeah, there's other religions than Christianity? what are you talking about?
Yeah, right? Dewey,
Yeah, right?
Dewey did it. Man.
Dewey knew what was up.
He's doing it. So, you've heard the show. Guys, it's the show. What do we do at the show? Firstly, Mike, I'm very excited to hear about your week, but I wanted to go last. 'Cause I
Thank
know
you.
you need some time.
I need to think about my week.
Yeah, exactly. So, Connor, how's your week?
My week's been good. It's been a little hectic and busy, but was at the beach this morning. That's why I got this nice tomato look going.
rather red.
Very
Ooh,
beautiful.
I was roasting out there, but
That's good, though. You're Irish.
I was drinking with my dad. I was to tie it all together.
Drinking with your
Excellent.
dad at the beach, turning into some sun-dried tomatoes.
Yes, exactly. He's got the
There you
right plan. He stays in the shade and just follows it as it goes with the
Oh,
umbrella.
very smart. Very
Oh,
smart.
nice.
Oh, yeah. He's got it all worked out to a science.
Science man.
Sun is the enemy.
Yes.
Pretty much a sundial of dads.
Yeah, you can tell the time by where he's sitting.
The dad dial.
Dad dial.
It's like, oh wow, Dad moved way over to the middle. It must be late in the afternoon.
Time for lunch.
Travis, how was your weekend? Did you go to the beach?
I actually did go to the beach, dude.
Wow.
I went to Long Beach, Washington.
What?
Is that a fake like rip-off thing? They're trying to do their own Long Island. Are the states getting symmetrical?
No, every state, even like Iowa, has a Long Beach, apparently.
And this wasn't the old beach, right? You didn't get old at this one?
No, this one's the Long Beach. It's in Washington. You can drive on the beach, which is awesome. It's fucking driving around in my Crosstrek.
Right. It's
Yeah,
great.
most people.
The beach is very there. It's open season on the beach. Lots of flags flying around. Lots of Birkenstocks left in the sand.
Dude, you can do anything at that beach. You can bring a dog. You could start a fire. You could let off fireworks.
You get naked?
You could let off fireworks with your dog.
That kind of covers it. That's everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I actually did metal detecting for the first time. My dad had a metal detector that I bought for him. So I took it back to Portland because I'm like, I wanted it. You know, one of those gifts where you give to someone and you're like, I don't really want this.
Right. It's it's fun.
And
now
luckily
it's yours.
luckily it came back around. And so I did some metal detecting. I found the tail of a bottle rocket. Very ancient archaeological find right there. And I found a bunch of rusty nails.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a good find.
I love rusty nails.
That's very sick.
I logged it. I called up my local preservation society and I told them, I found these nails on the beach.
Well, I'm assuming they weren't roofing nails because I've been to a beach before.
Not many roofs at the beach.
Not a lot going on there. Mike, what is it?
My week?
Tell me about it.
Really, it wasn't that much to report on. I just sweated a lot. It was really sweaty.
You're always sweating.
And there's always you can't help that. You just sweat a lot.
Yeah.
Mike, the
And,
one thing about you is you're always sweating, so I always think that you're doing something shady.
Well, yeah, I gotta be what do you mean shady? What's that supposed to mean? You think I'm a fucking scumbag or something? Because I sweat all the time?
Whoa, hey, whoa.
Oh. I don't. My week.
That sounds right.
That
sounds.
I gotta think of something. I can't just leave this blank.
Are you just gonna like?
No, something happened. I just gotta think about it.
What did I
triggered
do?
the
What did I
get
do?
Thinking, Mike.
Now you put me on the spot. Now I gotta think about every single thing.
Yeah,
I
but
did.
you knew you were going to be on the
All
spot.
right.
I know. Fuck.
Listen, your week I know had a lot to do with hair gel. We'll get to it in a minute. Really, I'll come back. Tom, how was my week?
Tom, how was your beautiful week?
Thank you.
Tom, how many hard-boiled eggs you eat?
I went out. Oh, many. I ate a lot of eggs this week. I went out for 2 half bachelor parties for my buddy Patty.
Oh,
So we went fishing. Also, a terrible mess with absolutely nothing to show for it. Not a single fish. One striped bass that was a baby
Too
at
small.
best. Way
throw
too
it
small.
back.
Throw it
that
right
shit
back.
man.
Crushing them out there with the crushers.
Oh,
Must-
crushers.
You're fucking crushing it.
Yeah.
What's a half batch?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. And you had 2 halves. So isn't that one full? Isn't 2 halves
Well,
one?
then I went out the next day with Patty, and we drank a lot in Huntington. That was last night, actually. I met my new best friend Chad. I drank
Chadwick?
brown. I drank brown in town.
Drinking brown in town. That's
You went
a
to
high
Browntown?
night.
Yeah, I went to Browntown. I refuse to drink any other liquor now. It's only brown.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, respect. I like that.
yeah. So that was drinking. Wow, amazing. Again, Tom.
I
I did my
week.
taxes.
Tom and I did a car bomb this week.
Oh, we did.
We did a car bomb this
Oh,
week.
you guys didn't invite me.
I
That
love
was nice
car
of you.
bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you left
Where was this?
You had to go to work.
When was this?
on Monday. Do you remember
Oh,
Monday
yeah,
when
I
I was
remember,
with you?
I had to go to work.
When
yeah,
all
yeah.
3 of us were
All
together.
3 of us were together, and so we buried a man who was alive for such a short time and a long time at the same time.
There's a really good bagel place that I went to on Monday.
Okay, tell me about it. Tell me about it right now. All the details.
It's a gourmet bagel place on Jericho Turnpike.
That's beautiful.
What'd you get? What was your order?
Bacon, egg, and cheese.
I think Gabby's
Extra-
Gourmet, that place?
I think it was just called Bagel Gourmet.
Did you get a bacon
Wait,
and cheese
so-
on a roll at Bagel Gourmet?
No, it was on an egg everything. But it was
Okay.
hot though. The bagel was hot, so it was nice and gooey.
You went to a gourmet bagel place.
Yeah,
and
but it
you
was
just
like
got a
the
bacon,
same.
egg, and cheese.
It was like
That's
the same shit. Like it was like $8. It wasn't like fucking $30 for it.
Okay, you know where I'm going with this one. a mixture of who's on the chopping block, and did you get a gabagool?
This gabagool's like bacon or something, right?
Pretty much. Just
You could say I have some gabagool.
It's whatever meat you want it to be.
Yeah.
I could go for some gabagool right now.
Right.
I'm kind
So,
of nervous.
Mike, who's on the chopping block? You've done the research tonight, and this is probably the most dangerous show we'll be doing.
I'm also very excited because for myself and the listeners right now, we're going on a safari, and Mike is like the indigenous man.
I'm gonna
in, like,
transport you guys.
We're in one of those elongated golf carts, and like you're gonna look at like the giraffes and all that shit, and he's the expert.
You're gonna hold my hand, and I'm gonna take you guys on a trip.
That's awesome, dude.
All right, so grab on.
Can't wait.
Tell me about the gel, the silicone, the semolina of my future.
Little disclosure: if I go missing, like kind of recently after this episode, maybe even a year, I'm still giving a because I've been doing this research. These motherfuckers are ruthless.
Yeah.
So if I go missing for no reason, it's either I've had it with life,
Okay.
or I've been killed.
I can respect both of those.
So we're gonna do a little New York legend named John Gotti.
Oh,
A Long Island legend.
Long Island, yeah,
Give him the
Queens.
credit.
Long Island. Howard Beach is where he's. No, he was born in Queens.
he was a
Or the
Queens
South
guy.
Bronx. I'm sorry.
South Bronx. You're right.
But he.
But who is he? Like quickly, who is he? For those who have been living under a rock, who is John Gotti?
Well, for those listeners ready to hear my answer, John Gotti was head of the Gambino crime organization from like the early-ish to like let's say the early '80s, kind of like '80. Well, he wasn't the head. I'd say mid '80s. He was mid to late '80s. He was the head of the Gambino crime.
You'll
family.
get into it in the script. The
Yeah.
details. yeah.
He's like, cut that out. That was
He
bad.
got 6 years. He had 6 years.
Yeah, 6 years of being the Don.
He had his term.
He
Yeah,
donned
so
it.
He
he's
was
a
running
gangster.
shit. Yeah, he was running shit. He's the head honcho, the Don.
Right.
Fucking the Godfather. He's I guess you call the Godfather.
He was
the dude you go to.
He was a Don Vito.
Yeah, Don Vito. Good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tom. Say
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
well,
hope you guys
do
know.
it.
Yeah, you guys are gonna help me out here.
we will.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah. So I wrote some like bullshit. I don't know if you guys want to read it.
Yeah.
Summary.
Everything.
I want the bullshit.
So John
Yeah, I
Gotti
would
was
love to
born
hear.
October 27th. The Scorpio. He's a little got mean blood in him.
Nice.
If that means anything to anyone. Probably a girl
Wait,
or
it's
two.
for the women.
Oh, he's a
Yeah.
Scorpio? Dude,
Someone
do you know
will
that
ask
like
me if I was-
Scorpio's in transition right now? It's Scorpio. It used to be a scorpion. Now it's turning into a spider because it realizes that it identifies as a spider.
Wow.
Is that real?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Well, fuck. He's a spider, so
That's really easy. You just cut the tail off.
Just
You got a
tell me
spider.
more about Spider-Man.
so Spider-Man was born on October 27th, 1940, and like I said, was the head of the Gambino crime family during the mid to late 80s in New York. He ruled with an iron fist. That meant like intimidation.
Yeah.
You name it, he'll fucking kick your fucking ass. He'll
Yeah.
fucking kill you. He's a dangerous motherfucker.
If
And
he
everyone around
ruled
him
with-
is
If he ruled with a Jello fist, then
a gelled fist, I would say. Very gelled.
Gelled,
Yeah.
A jump.
Very Italian tiny fist.
fucking gravy fist. Hey.
Yeah.
So,
Gravy fist. That's a nice.
Yeah, you wouldn't dare to either like cross this dude, testify against him, or else he'd probably end up in a ditch somewhere or missing years later. Yeah, he's a very not someone you wanted to fuck with, I would say.
No.
It's also Mike's neighbor.
Thank God he's not my neighbor. I don't live on Long Island, by the way.
Yeah, Mike is from North Dakota.
Yeah, North
guys.
Dakota.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
was North
flying
Dakota.
in from Fargo.
Oh wow, cool.
I got all my information from the John Travolta Gotti movie, by the way. I actually rented that fucking movie, and like, I only watched like half of it. It was so bad.
Really?
But, it's definitely funny to watch when you're stoned. Or
So
something.
Mike's script cuts out like right halfway through.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
John Travolta started off.
It's like then I started watching Saturday
When was
Night
John
Fever.
Travolta
So
born?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, did you watch Battlefield Earth as well? That's a great
Yes.
one.
All followed by Grease
This
afterwards.
is awesome. I love where this script is going.
Thank you. I did a lot. I was very
that's thorough.
very thorough. Yeah, thank you, Connor. Helped me out. So sorry, this is rough to listen to me do this, but
It's
early life.
pleasant.
Let's go. Early life. moving on. Can't be stuck on the summary forever. So, John was born in the South Bronx in 1940. All right, we got a year now.
Got
South
it.
Bronx. It's a shitty area. Not a nice place.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Yankees were good, so.
Yeah. I mean,
Goes a long way.
yeah, it helps. You know,
Yeah,
winning
also
team.
Jackie Chan, dude. He lives.
He's from the South Bronx. Oh, Rumble in the Bronx. I forgot.
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
John's parents liked to get it on and would end up having 13 children.
Damn.
John was number 5. Ooh, middle child. Not that lucrative positioning.
Not good. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jumbo number 5.
We're gonna forget
Yeah.
about you, basically.
Yeah.
But I mean, for an Italian family, that's probably low.
That's a lot of fucking kids. 13 children.
Nah,
How many kids you got?
Yeah, how many
Me?
kids do you have, Travis?
Yeah, I mean,
dude, I make at least $2 million every time I go to sleep into my blanket. Into my blanket. Boo.
you ever seen that? I can't say this over the show. I was gonna try to describe a meme, which is like the worst thing to ever do.
Yeah, don't
to
do that.
anyone, or so I'm
Yeah.
gonna save everyone that
I'll
trouble.
cut it out. Zwick, cut this
Thank
out. If
you.
he continues.
I'm not gonna describe.
Rule
it.
number 1, don't explain memes.
Yes.
Dude, you know what the Shiba Inu is Doge Lol?
Yeah, do good only, or do only good every day, or whatever the fuck it stands for. I'm getting off. I'm sorry. I'm like all over the place, but
13 kids.
13 kids. John's parents loved to fuck. Who doesn't? John's father was a degenerate gambler. I mean, who wasn't back then? You had no money. And you had 13 kids, so
Yeah.
you're like, I don't care about my family. I'm gonna gamble.
That's one big gamble too. Like you want to pump out 13 kids, and hopefully one of them becomes like a Frank Sinatra.
Yeah,
so
like,
you have a retirement.
And one of them did.
Yeah, basically.
Very
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
So that meant that John's upbringing was very tough. He was very poor. John would get made fun of a lot of the times for having unmatching shoes or raggedy clothes, which kind of made him tough skin. You gotta be don't be talking shit about me, man. My shoes are fucked up. I'll kick your ass. Type deal.
Yeah.
Started to get a little reputation.
You can't be crying around people.
Yeah, tears away.
No.
No
Fuck
crocodile
that.
tears.
I've
Do you think they
cried.
just wrapped his feet in like salami or something? Like salami and pepperoni as like the Nike swoosh, right?
No, prosciutto.
It's another hard decision after another one. I got 13 kids to feed, but you need something on your feet. So I
Wait,
take a channel on one foot.
Mike,
Huh?
do you know were his parents were they from Italy or were they first generation or what?
They're Italian.
Italian.
Oh, you mean real
I'm
Italian?
pretty
They're
sure
from New York City. Okay, I get
It was more than that. They were Sicilian.
Yeah,
That's like the.
that's the main.
That's when you're real Italian.
yeah,
You
yeah.
have to get at your own
different.
island.
Different
Yeah.
race.
Families from Paloma.
Let me Google that. This is the John Gotti's.
Sicily.
No, keep reading your script.
No,
Oh.
Sicily is the Australia of Italy. Send all the criminals down
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, they throw noodles and they come back to you because they're all bent a certain way.
Pool noodles,
I love
especially.
a good fusilli. Is that one? Is that
Also,
Fusilli's
a
the
fucking
spirals.
terrible
Oh.
slice of pizza, Sicilian. But anyway,
I love the
continue,
Sicilian
Mike.
slice. You got to be kidding me.
That's good.
It's a thick one.
That
So now,
dummy-
as like I said, Gotti's getting made fun of. He's like, I gotta be a tough guy. I gotta, you can't show, weakness.
Yeah.
You get fucking stepped on,
Yeah. Absolutely.
He's like, all right, I'm gonna start beating the shit out of everyone. So he's starting to get a reputation, and him and his buddy start doing some like petty crime. And when Gotti was 14, him and his buddies tried to steal a cement truck. When the truck accidentally rolled over Gotti's foot, crushing his fucking toes, causing him to walk with a limp.
Wait,
Yeah.
so the truck ran over his foot, and then he was like, "I'm gonna steal that," or because the way you read it,
No, they
that's
were
what
stealing it.
sounded
They were like
Okay.
fucking around with it. And
I'm gonna get this truck back that just ran over me.
I don't think it was
Yeah.
a truck though. It wasn't a truck. It
A
was
cement
like
truck.
No, it wasn't a cement truck. It was like a hand mixer. Like you would move it with a truck, and they were trying to get it out, and he actually lost one of his toes.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Tom knows.
you see what I'm doing?
doing?
I do the research also.
Yeah.
You think
Thank
this
you.
is where
Wait,
they
but
came
what
up?
are you gonna do with a fucking cement mixer?
Well, I'm saying, is this where they came up with the idea of the cement shoes? Did he get like run over his foot and was like, I got a great idea?
Yeah.
boss. You
remember
that time? Could you
When I was
imagine?
12.
Yeah, he had this thing where he walked really weird. If you watch footage of
Yeah.
him walking, he walked like with
A little
this
pep
strut,
in his step.
and it comes from him like kind of
Wobbling,
limping almost because
Yeah.
a very strange thing, and it looked like confidence, but it actually was handicap. So
Yeah.
he's brave.
He's
I
got like
think
a
so.
He's
semi
brave.
Vince McMahon walk going on.
He does.
Yes.
So he had swagger when he walked. So everyone was like, oh, it's John Gotti.
Remember that time?
He's missing a toe.
That's John Gotti. He likes cement trucks.
Oh man, Go suck his 9 toes. Become his friend.
Oh,
Everyone's like, John
Mama's
Gotti's-
Italian cauldron of sauce is missing. I must get her a new sauce cauldron.
Give me the toe meat.
Give me the
I'm making
marinara.
it for Jules. I need a toe meat. Come on.
Yeah, he's hobbling around, you know. He's fucking doing his thing.
Right.
At age 16, Gotti's family would move to East New York, where eventually he would just stop showing up to school. He would then link up with a gang called the East Rockaway Boys, which ran errands for Carmine Fatico.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Isn't he in The Godfather? Isn't that Carmine?
Different Carmine, I think.
There's so many Carmines.
Yeah, I like Carmine's, John's, Frankie's, Paulie's.
Carmine's
Yeah.
a great name.
I
It
like
is.
that name. It's a cool name.
If you want to see a fun one, Carmine Galante.
So now he's doing these, like the East Rockaway Boys was basically like Boy Scouts for the mafia, or like
Yeah.
Like Hitler
Call
Youth
it-
for the mafia.
yeah. Like, you know, like they're seeing the young talent. You know,
What's
you're
your Eagle Scout project for the Mafia?
Yeah, you deliver this fucking package of money to this guy and yada yada, like, you know, small errand shit. You know.
How was your day over at the East Rockaway Boys? You learn how to tie knots?
Yeah.
You learn how to tie knots? You got to run and get me some knots? Some garlic knots, son?
You deliver some envelopes for me.
Yeah. Here's 3 breadsticks and a slice of fucking prosciutto. You better start a fire.
Yeah. You know, for all my kids, you're like number 6 on the list. It's pretty good. I don't hate you.
It's the top half.
Bring some knots home.
You know
So,
what's a great... Sorry, before you continue, Mike, I just
Yeah.
want to put it out there. You know what is a great Italian dish that I only recently discovered? Burrata.
What the fuck
Oh,
is that?
so
Cheese?
good.
It's so good, but the
So
only thing
good.
that's weird about it is that it kind of reminds me of what I would imagine biting into a living testicle.
It's pretty accurate, especially because
Yeah.
it just comes floating in the water. Usually.
Oh, I've had that
Yeah.
before. It's like ham and shit, like wrapped
no, it's
around
just cheese. It's like soft. It's like soft mozzarella.
Isn't it like meat wrapped around it? It's like put in like.
I mean, you can wrap meat around it if you want, I guess.
No, it's just
Man.
But the
But the
it's
burrata is
nut
the ball.
It's a ball size
Cheese.
thing of mozzarella cheese, and then there's soft cheese on the inside.
Sounds like my crotch.
Yeah,
East New York crotch.
Yeah.
Come on.
You cut that out, Zwick, please.
Make that louder, Zwick. Continue.
So now, well, Fatico is connected to the Gambino crime family, which is he was basically the capo of Carmine Fatico at the time was the capo of East.
He's one of the capos.
Yeah, one of the capos. Yeah.
He's not the Don.
No. So I think I spit on my keyboard by accident or something dripped on. Sorry.
All right. Do you go into, let me ask you something. Do you go into Carlo Gambino at all? Do you paint a picture of what's going on here?
No,
don't have
no,
to.
at this point. At this point,
No, I mean in the script.
yeah, I talk about him.
It's great.
Yeah, I talk about him. I don't
Well-
talk about his rise to power.
Yeah, no need.
I
to.
could talk about it.
He's already in power.
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
at
there.
this
Just
time-
know he's
yeah.
there.
yeah,
he's there.
That's a
It was
different script.
called something
Yeah.
else before Gambino, like the late 50s. Some guy named Anastasia got murdered, and then
Yeah.
Carlo Gambino took over.
A guy
and
named Anastasia.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
brutal. A guy named
he
Anastasia.
got murdered in a barbershop.
He was actually the Tsar's daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just rewatched Fantasia, and that's got a mouse with a wizard.
Also based on John Gotti.
Oh, Fantasia?
The movie Fantasia.
No, just Fantasia 2000 when they remade it.
Yeah, the whales swimming under the ice. That's actually John Gotti.
Yeah,
Superimposing John Gotti's face on Mickey Mouse.
yeah, the Lisa Frank segment. That's yeah.
Oh, what are all these cocksucker brooms coming in here?
Taking over,
These motherfuckers.
making a flood.
I ain't got time for this water shit. I got a missing toe.
So this fucker is it's the late 50s now. This mother, he's doing some shit here and there, you know, getting a little misdemeanors, street fighting, you know, getting his reputation up. Fucking,
He's a brawler.
brawler. He's got big hands for people's faces. So in 1958, John would meet his future love, Victoria DiGiorgio.
Wow.
Oh,
It's nice.
Yes.
that
Beautiful.
sounds like a type of meat you'd buy at 7-Eleven.
They eventually had their first daughter, and a couple of years later, John would find himself in some financial turmoil, which led him to have a straight job for once in his life
Whoa, what a
Really?
loser.
Yeah.
as an
This
assistant
guy
truck
sucks.
driver.
This
Actually,
guy-
no,
What?
he wasn't an assistant truck driver. He was taking driving, or it was like a truck driving school he was in.
Right. He was an apprentice.
Apprentice, yes.
And also worth mentioning, so we can squeeze these jokes in here. His wife, half Jewish.
And Russian.
Jews and Russian
Russian Jew Orthodox, wherever.
Anastasia.
A name like DiGiorgio, so half Jewish, half Italian.
Yes.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, right.
They get along. I've told you these guys.
Yeah, they had a
I-
good conversation.
on
Him
the
and his wife all the time. They were all eye to eye, all the time.
Just always there
No
was not a
fighting.
single
Yeah.
hand raised.
Yeah, I
Ever.
mean,
No.
yeah. I mean, collectively, if you stack them on top of each other, they probably measured about 6'5". These two individuals.
Probably. I mean,
Yeah.
shit,
Well, he's
I
only
didn't
got
write his
9
height
toes.
down.
That knocks your height down a little bit.
Is this kosher salami?
John, fuck me. Don't kill me, please. Come on.
They're nice people. Everyone's nice.
Yeah, they're
So
all part
John's-
of our government now, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's fine.
So John's like, fuck this shit. So goes back to his old scheming ways, and he starts hijacking shit from JFK Airport. He's got an in, starts stealing cargo.
That's cool. Did they have the TSA back then? Could you imagine that guy being patted down?
Oh
Like, every time
man,
you coming to work, sir? Yeah, touch my balls again.
What do you got?
Stupid
9
fuck.
toes? You only got 9 toes?
I don't
Yeah,
trust
something
this
missing
fucker.
here.
What are you trying to hide?
Yeah, golden toe. It's like replaced.
Jesus.
What a grin that man has with his feet.
So he's making a fucking fortune, fucking stealing all this cargo off these fucking, planes. He's reselling it for a cheaper price. The family's loving that. They're like, this dude, John Gotti, want to suck his pee-pee. But eventually,
well, I mean, what is he really stealing here? He's going through the
like
luggage.
women's
He's taking-
dresses.
He's taking
No,
the panties out. He's taking the panties out, selling them. And
Oh, yeah.
Sell them,
Sniffing
sell them at the Asian seafood market in
yes.
South Street Seaport.
Yeah. It's fine. Very close, Little Italy and Chinatown.
Yeah.
They're basically the same place. Continue.
Yeah. So John's, I guess his truck driving course paid off because he was, you get to be able to hijack all this shit, and yada yada.
I finally know how to drive trucks.
Yeah, there you go.
Now we can drive away all the loot.
Yeah.
I always want to drive a truck after learning how to do knots.
Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a truck driver.
He's
Yeah,
making
the
he's
wheels
making
on
a
the bus
decent
go
penny now.
round and round, bitch.
It's like Dale Earnhardt, Henry Hill story.
Yeah.
Ever since I was a kid, I want to be driving the cars.
So, yeah, he's doing this JFK airport shit, and then the FBI is starting to, catch on to this. Like, why is all this stuff being missing?
Is that what they said in their report? Why is all this stuff being missing?
Why's all this stuff being missing?
That's written at the
That's
top
how
of the
you say it as
chalkboard.
Italian,
Mr.
Travis.
Well, I don't.
Yeah.
Was this the early '60s? Mr. John F. Kennedy.
The
There's a
late
lot
mid-
of
it's like
all
mid-
this stuff being
kinda.
missing. Why is it all being missing?
Well, Mike, being from North Dakota, you have an Italian accent.
Yes.
You speak like a real Italian.
I've never
right?
seen an
Yeah.
Italian person before in my life,
Yeah.
to be honest,
Yeah.
being from North Dakota.
It's all Germans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of
Clean
open
cut.
fields.
You don't hit an Italian until you get to Chicago.
Yeah.
No.
Deep dish pizza there.
They got to stay close to the water.
They're like fake Italians there.
Yeah, they're just like
After they killed Al Capone.
yeah, it's all it's
Yeah,
watered
Like
down.
pizza? I don't know. Just pour tomato soup on that bread.
Put it in
Yeah.
a pan, make it deep.
Just the way Mom made. She didn't cook.
So he's like, yo, I got all this shit in a truck. Let's fucking get the fuck out of here. And FBI is like, I don't think so about that.
Yeah.
John, we got in that truck right there. I got some fucking dresses.
Hey, Poppy, get over here. I don't even think you're gonna do
I'm
that.
gonna end up getting killed. They're gonna hear this shit.
No,
and
this is
fucking
great. They're gonna
murder
love
me.
this.
I feel bad for the listeners hearing me.
They're going to send you roses.
They're gonna
to your
send me a
address in North
fucking
Dakota.
shotgun.
Yeah.
A shotgun to my house.
12 North Dakota Place.
To be like, Michael, you did such a good job telling a story of the great man. Thank you so much for telling the truth. And
Here's
he's
a horse.
nice to you.
Here's a horse head for your for
It
our
just breaks my
appreciation.
kneecaps. I said that's so weird.
Come, I would like to treat you to dinner at Subway. They have a meatball palm to die for.
Just like Nona made.
Just like my Nona. Oh, so John's fucking. This is his first major arrest. Everything else was like kind of bullshit before then. It was like petty shit, like
A night in the
just
slammer.
typical. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kissing dudes on the butthole
Yeah.
and the slammer. Nothing wrong with that. But lost my train of thought.
That's all right.
Oh, so
Think about those
like I said,
buttholes.
he got arrested. Like I
Mhm.
said, the FBI was like, "You're an idiot." John would serve 3 years for these crimes, causing his wife and 4 kids on welfare.
Yeah.
Oh.
'Cause
Victoria
he
is not going to be happy.
She was
being
not
on
happy. She
welfare.
would constantly complain about it, and eventually had to go get public assistance to John's lack of helping out.
So this is a contentious point for the family. You see, he's had his ins already with the Gambinos, and it's frowned upon to not be able to provide for your family.
Yeah. Doesn't
So
look
the
good.
idea is, if you're in that situation, you're supposed to go to the family and ask for money.
Yeah.
But she was so mad at the whole thing that she was like, "Fuck you! I'm going to the government."
Yeah, she didn't
we're
like
gonna be
his
poor.
illegal lifestyle. Yeah.
Right. If
Exactly.
you're ever in financial aid, don't turn to the government. Turn to the private corporation's Olive Garden. Because when you're there, your
Pizza Hut.
family.
And they feed you
And
unlimited breadsticks.
They'll feed you. They're gonna charge you a lot for that chicken parm, but don't worry. You could probably just put it on credit.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to Olive Garden. I've never been there in my life.
You were like walking to one of those, and like the hostess is just, the hostess has a lot of power.
Yeah, they know how to sit you down.
Yeah, just like, "Hi, welcome to Olive Garden. My name's Alan. There's some nice kids you have. Do they have teeth yet?
Where's my breadsticks?
Do you like bread? Do you want me to chew that bread for them? They'll do it."
I'm looking at the screen and I see, you guys are all family related at some, through some way. But Mike, I'm looking at you. There's a dark cloud over your head. You don't have any family. You're alone, bitch.
I'm a
Go
lone
to fucking
shark.
Olive Garden.
Get a new family.
I was gonna go to Subway.
No, you're not there when you're family.
No,
I was gonna hang out with Jared.
You're a degenerate when you're at Subway.
I was going,
Can I see your
going
old
to
pants, Jared?
I was going to PF Chang's.
Yeah, can I sniff your old pants, Jared?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I see?
I want to use them like a parachute.
I want to sniff where you sat down real quick. John's in jail. He's doing the old jailbirds, singing, "Get me the fuck out of here." He's like, "This is easy time. I'm gonna be a fucking gangster when I get out." Kind of, not really. Yeah. Actually, take that from the top. I'm sorry, Zoe. Cut everything I just said.
Just leave it. It's fine.
John would serve 3 years for these crimes, like I said, calling his wife and 4 kids now to reach out for public assistance, yada yada. In some way, though, Gotti was happy to be in jail because this kind of boosts your credibility in the mafia. They don't snitch, and you're
This is
reliable.
true.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, this guy he doesn't break the oath. He's fucking doing his time, and he's a good earner. So when Gotti was released from prison, his in-laws actually bought him a house for his family in Howard Beach. I phrased that so bad. I wrote,
You're doing the best job. Right?
Yeah.
Can you cut all that out?
No, Zwick, leave it.
So
And let's talk.
because Gotti was unable to provide for his family, his in-laws bought him a house in Howard Beach. I
Right.
like that better.
Right. His family, her family had money.
Yeah. He's lucked out. I need a girlfriend like that will buy her in-laws will buy me a house when I fuck up.
This is what I thought that every woman on the South Shore had a rich parent.
Not all of them. I have dated some poor chicks.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of them don't have dads, and I'm like, damn it.
Well, you guys ever been down to Howard Beach?
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, they got good pizza down
Right,
there.
doesn't it? It reminds you of like the first level of Mario. There's just all these little fucking stout Goombas
Yeah.
walking around, and there's pipes everywhere, all the copper piping they steal, and
Oh, Italian people everywhere. I'm
Yeah.
like, what
Is
the
that the place where like I don't know if it's the area, but everyone has like the same front of the house and they have the
Yeah.
chrome bars that go across. Like it's
Yep.
the gaudiest place on the
hell?
planet.
A lot of tracksuits.
Right.
Yeah.
And Travis, when you said Goombas, you were talking about a racial slur, right?
no, I was talking about the Mario Brothers enemy because I don't do
Okay.
racial slurs.
Oh god,
Right.
I mean,
Tom's the only racist
I-
here.
right, like so
Pronounced
if you
Gumas.
if you
Thank
were right, so if you were down in Howard Beach, in back when the Native Americans controlled it, but maybe you were an explorer back in the 18th century, you might pay for the
Right.
furs that they found with a gold guinea.
I found this Italian dude. You gotta fucking check him out.
It's a gold guinea. It's
He's
an actual,
gold.
Yeah, it's a British denomination.
Here's my son Carmine. He's gold.
I will give you my son Carmine for this land.
I'm gonna name my kid Carmine. I'm not Italian at all, but you think that works? You're Irish?
Carmine Regan?
He's automatically Italian when I name him that.
You could just put an I at the end of your name, like
Ooh.
Houdini, and become Regini.
I just got a fun Italian girlfriend.
Yeah.
That works.
Take her
Take her
last
name,
name.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll
Yeah.
take her last name. I like that. And they can't find me when they
Find
come to kill
Victoria
me.
DiGiorno. Find her
Yeah.
grandkids.
No.
She'll bottle your cum and make sauce.
I've been looking for your
Here's
children.
my gravy.
Here comes the delivery.
What's your last name? Pizza DiGiorno pizza.
Does your last name end in a vowel? If so, you're the girl for me.
Are you the heir to a giant pizza chain?
Yeah, flat boxes. Do you know a lot about flat boxes?
Are you
Mike's
rich?
just trying to hook up with Bo from fucking the Papa John's empire.
I heard Bo is
It was
transitioning.
Bo.
Yeah.
Bo is Papa John's son,
Oh, that's
potentially daughter.
dope. Let me get that.
I have to
pizza.
assume that any famous figure is teetering on transitioning because that seems to be the only news that comes out now. And Bo,
Worst wing is
High
Papa
candy.
John's. I will say that.
bad wings.
Bad wings. Remember that time in Boston? They were pretty disgusting.
Oh, right.
They were like marinating in like a pool of like grease.
Oh.
Like
It's
it was
Italian.
very sad to look. It was like you prepared this, and then like this is like what do you give us?
Take pride in your work.
Well,
Yeah.
this is like it was pretty bad. I think you had a wing, Travis. You had one. Of
I
the
did.
wings.
It was like 3 hours old after it arrived.
it was
But,
marinating.
Yeah.
It was 3 hours old after getting there. Now it had been several decades old
Yeah.
before it got to us.
Yeah.
That apartment has a smell to it too.
Before we get back into John, I want to follow up on his parents. His parents born in New York City, but his grandparents born in Naples.
Oh, so he's
Oh, nipples.
Yeah,
nipple
the
boy.
nipples of Italy.
Thank you, Connor.
Yeah.
So I was lacking in my research. I'll let that detail.
You're doing great.
That's what I'm here for. My
Thank you.
research artistry.
Exactly.
You know what? It's teamwork on roast mortem. You know about solo gratification.
There's no I in roast mortem.
Exactly.
Right? Right? You don't spell the I.
No,
just teamwork.
Rice Mortem. So it changed the name.
It's roast
Yeah,
mort.
rice
It's
mortem.
roast mort him actually.
Yeah. That's
Morse-
exactly
roast Hyman.
Roast mort him.
him.
That guy.
Pick a guy, roast him. Hopefully he's Asian. Continue.
So I told you guys his in-laws bought him a house in Howard Beach when he came over from prison. He was like, "Yo, I got a house now. Got 4 kids,
Right. This is,
and now I'm in the mafia."
yeah, because they like
kind
the
of.
fact that he did his
Snitch.
time.
Yeah,
you
he-
mentioned
Good soldier.
he didn't really have much to snitch on, though. I think like some of the informants.
Yeah, he just
it was all low level, but the fact that he just went and did his due.
looks
Yeah,
good.
It's like in Goodfellas when Henry comes out of the courtroom for the first time. They're
Oh,
like,
yeah,
"Hey, you got
yeah, yeah.
arrested. What a good guy."
He didn't
Yeah.
say shit.
Fuck the law.
Yeah.
We had the law around here. God, I love Joe Pesci so much. I really do.
He's an American hero.
He sure is.
There was a
I
time
met
where
him one time.
You
Did
did,
you?
you bastard? You didn't tell
Yeah.
us?
No, I was in Garfield, New Jersey. I went to
Oh.
Goodfellas, the actual restaurant, and
he was
Joe
there?
Pesci was there.
What?
I love how hard New Jersey has been trying to be New York for the better part of 70 years.
It basically is New York.
It's the same thing. We're convinced. That's
But
fine.
Tom,
Kinda
Hoboken.
is.
Hoboken. Come on. That's where Frank Sinatra was born. He's the voice of a generation of Italians.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but all right.
Good
That's Frank
skateboarding in New
Sinatra.
Jersey,
I want to
yeah.
hear more about the Mario enemy of the night.
So, like Tom was saying, going to jail and not snitching boosts your credibility in La Cosa Nostra. So I got fancy with that.
Our thing.
Our thing.
Mhm.
A little Italian for you people that don't understand.
Yeah.
This impressed members of the Gambino family, and when Carmine Fatico, captain of East New York, was indicted on federal loan sharking charges, he had to lay low.
Right. Loan sharking. Can you explain that?
Let's say you're in gambling debt and you have no one else to go to. You'd go to a loan shark to give you money,
Okay.
and they would give you like a crazy interest return rate, right?
Right. That's called the VIG.
Yeah. And if you didn't pay that, they would probably break your legs or kill you somehow.
Yeah.
I love how it's like I'm in debt, so I'm gonna get into more debt, and the
risk my
risk
life.
that's gonna happen is now my legs might be broken.
Yes.
Yeah,
Or
this
worse, you
isn't
fucking
this
kill
isn't a
Or
fucking
I might die.
this isn't Sally Mae. She's not going to show up to your house and be like, "Excuse me, we need money."
Yeah.
This is Giano and Raffaello, and he's gonna fucking take your kneecaps
Yeah.
and turn it into a fucking stuffed mushroom.
They love that shit. They love racketeering. They love fucking shaking people down. Degenerate gamblers for loan sharking are like the best.
It's an activity.
Yeah.
It's a like, this is my son Giovanni. It's his first time out. Be nice to him. Okay. Now you owe me some money.
Gio, get him right below the knees. That's the spot.
Yeah,
And I feel like everyone gambled a lot more back then, or maybe it was like more like they didn't have Xbox. So you got
They didn't have daily
they
fantasy.
didn't have daily. Yeah.
That's what it was.
There, not enough distractions.
I mean, I people gamble today all the time. They they do it through legal means.
Yeah, I mean, back then I feel like it was everyone.
The government was like, wait, we can make money off of this?
Numbers.
New York Lotto.
Yeah, that's what they're realizing with weed right now, dog.
Yeah,
They're
we
like,
could
wait, we
smoke
can make
this
money
too?
off this?
Wait, you mean instead of the criminals making money, the government? Wait, oh.
So like that whole lottery thing, we covered that in P.T. Barnum. And like that was the 1830s. The government starts going crazy, banning private lotteries and just be like, no, it's like, we can do this. Like the most gangster move on the face of the planet was like when it comes to just racketing.
Yeah.
Done by the government. Like, it's just like, well, it's a law.
Well, the government's like the mob.
Yeah.
The government's basically the mob, kind of.
They are. They absolutely are. I mean, that's where Barnum's family, that's where the family money came from. They did a private lottery. And then they decided to take it away.
And
so
then
you
they
have
made
to take it
PT
back.
Cruiser.
You need brave men like Giovanni Spaghetti to fix everything for you.
And
Mr.
in the
Spaghetti.
words of your soon-to-be ex-governor, I'm not a pervert, I'm Italian.
I really
True.
like that quote.
I like it. Too. I works so well.
Print that on a shirt
I might get that shirt.
with the Italian and American flags crossed. I am not a pervert.
Yeah.
I'm just Italian.
In script. In script.
He better open a nightclub.
He should.
The Italian version of Stars and Bars. It's the Italian flag, and then it's got the bars. Stars
What did he
and
do?
bars.
He like fucking slapped the girl's butt?
Honestly, he's telling the truth. Like, if you look into the man's eyes, he's just Italian.
Yeah, he's just walking up, kissing people on the cheek.
He's like, hi, darling. It's nice to see you.
Nice to
I'm
meet
the
you."
governor of New York. Mwah, mwah.
Hey,
Whoa,
nice
whoa,
tookus.
whoa.
Yeah. She's like, you never kiss a redhead because redheads have no sense of humor about this kind of stuff.
true.
You know? They can laugh at jokes, but you kiss them on the cheek, they're going to slap you back.
Yeah,
So
I
who
like
is
when people
this man-
kiss me on the cheek.
Who's this man? Who's Gotti kissing on cheeks right now?
He's kissing a lot of dudes on the cheek.
Okay.
Yeah, that's big in the family. You gotta, show respect, you know what I mean? So at this time it's probably trickling up from this dude Carmine Fatico and this dude Neil Della Croce, which I'll get into in a little bit. It was kind of Gotti's, like, he kind of idolized him in a way. But what I was saying, actually, that's actually in my slide right here. So I'm just scrambled talking in circles. Sorry,
You're doing
listeners.
the best.
Mike
So-
confused himself by being
That's
on
it.
pace to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Mike's like, wait a minute, this is a perfect transition.
So Fatico,
Opportunity.
Fatico's indicted on loan sharking charges. So he's like, all right, you gotta lay low, dude. Or you're fucking gonna get fucked.
Wasn't he in jail, Fatico?
I think I don't think he was in jail at this point. This is the early 70s. He didn't
Okay.
go to jail yet.
Alright.
He was kind of like not the shelf, they call it, like vacation, or they're kind of like, how do I explain it?
He's in North Dakota.
He's in North Dakota.
Yeah. No, upstate New York is where they fucking laid low a lot.
So this guy's laying low. He's a capo. And John Gotti, he's got all this respect now. He's taking over in his place as stand-in.
He's like
as
acting capo.
standing capo, yeah,
Yeah.
for this dude.
Okay.
So now Gotti would report to Della Croce, who was the underboss to Carlo Gambino.
Right. Gambino's top dog.
Yeah.
There's like 4 or 5 underbosses and then a slew of capos or whatever.
Capions.
So what is it? I mean, so he's doing the loan sharking. Do you have any detail? Like, is he fucking stabbing people's penises?
Oh yeah,
Is
they're
he
like violent
fucking-
as fuck. They're fucking.
So
No.
he's like shoving not even sweet
He's
Italian
baseball
sausage.
bats. He's fucking.
Yeah, he's shoving spicy Italian sausages up people's anus.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Right.
This is like the spicy sausage that has like the pistachio slices in it.
He
Yeah,
hasn't
like-
murdered anyone up
That's
to this
scary.
point yet, though. He has not murdered anyone yet.
Oh,
It's only been like
man.
crazy physical harm to people. That's
Right.
what they do.
He's killed them later.
Right.
Later on, he'll
Lifelong
Okay.
debilitating injuries.
that was
Not
once.
murder.
crippling. Yeah, disabilities.
Well, I can't walk into my apartment anymore because I don't got legs. But
We're not going to kill you, but you're going to eat all your food through a straw.
I can't breathe anymore normally, but
I love Life is Beautiful. That's a good movie. So I think like that.
I could pay my rent to the mafia now. Still,
Yeah, thank God. Because apparently they take legs instead of currency.
Very Leopold II of them.
Never understood that one. Start with the fingers. You still have a working man.
Start with the
that.
toes, or he didn't want anyone else not having toes.
Yeah.
Toes is my
That's
they didn't want
my
anyone
thing.
taking out his glamour or swagger.
Yeah. I don't want nobody walking like me here. You see someone walking like me, take off more toes.
That's Vincent Mann's secret. He actually took a toe off.
Yeah.
So Gotti's now reporting to Della Croce. Gotti and Della Croce really got along. They both liked to gamble.
Right.
And Gotti really looked up to Della Croce. Della Croce kind of saw like a younger self in Gotti.
Right.
So
He's a scary man.
they had a look to him. He didn't look like very approachable.
Yeah.
He looked like
Neil. His first name was Neil, so that's not
Neil. Yeah. Because Emilio, his real full name.
Neil.
That makes
Neil.
sense.
Let's go Neil.
Neil's not very Italian. Anelio is.
Emilio.
Yeah.
So Gotti thought of Della Croce as a man's man and a hoodlum's hoodlum. So and this whole thing, Della Croce is like really the one Gotti is really like, I fuck with this dude.
I love this guy.
I really love this guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He really had a lot of respect for him. So now his first hit, or his first assignment as you would say, coming down from the head honcho, Carlo Gambino. He's been asked upon to do a favor for
Right.
Gambino.
Was he a made man at this point?
Not yet. He's not,
Not
made
yet? All right.
This would eventually helps him get made.
So you need to kill for
Yeah, you
the
gotta
club.
do it. Yeah.
So even the least violent of the mafia guys have killed one person if they're made into like a made man.
So this is Chris season 1 through 3 of Soprano.
Yes. Basically, yeah.
I thought you were gonna say this is Everyone Hates Chris season 1.
This is Terry Crews.
This is before Chris
biography.
Rock was a made man.
Yeah, no, he's a main man. So you got Gambino going, oh, Gotti, I love you.
He's like whispering in
You're
his
like a
fucking
brother to
ear.
me. You're like a brother. Now go suck this man's penis and kill him in the river.
Basically.
Great distraction for a hit.
Carlo Gambino looks like if he opens his mouth, it's just gonna be dust.
Yeah.
Like
He looks like the
aged-
chocolate man from
Yeah.
SpongeBob. You know
Yeah,
what I'm talking
he
about? The
aged a
skeleton
certain
in the wheelchair.
Oh, the superhero guy?
What are they selling? Chocolate? That dude. That's what he looks
Yeah.
like to me.
There's like not too many pictures of this guy, and
oh my
then
god.
and he ages. Like
Yeah.
look at this guy.
Look like a ghost.
He looks like a Halloween prop. Like
he does.
you know the orders are serious because he had to say so. He's got these squinty little eyes. He's just squinting nonstop.
He looks like a fake demon.
Gunny, you like my place? It's called the Spirit of Halloween. It moves around a lot.
I need some new props.
We need
You
a new
understand what I'm
warehouse.
saying.
I'm gonna start a place called Party City.
But he was actually from Sicily. He was born there, and he comes over and he's just like, I own this place. I own you. Go make another ghost for my haunted house.
What Tom said.
Yeah.
Spot on.
I also live in North Dakota.
Yeah, Tom was in North Dakota.
We all live in North
yeah,
Dakota.
we all live in North Dakota.
This guy was a bastard.
I live in Oregon, Long Island.
Yeah. Travis is from Howard Beach, Portland.
Yeah.
So his first hit, it's May of 1973. John Gotti is ordered to do a revenge hit on Jimmy McBratney, a rival gang member who kidnapped and murdered Carlos Gambino's nephew. Supposedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah, allegedly.
Is this Irish mob? Jimmy McBratney? That's
Was it
Yes.
Irish?
That's
Yeah, it
one
was
of
the
my
West,
people.
West Indies gang, I think it was.
Something like that. Yeah, I
Something
forgot what their
belonged
name
to,
was,
yeah.
but it was this guy and his crew had a history
Yeah,
of
kidnapping.
they would kidnap these Italian men and, and they would hold them for ransom. This is like
Hey,
common
let your
practice.
hands off of me. Let your hands off of me. I'm gonna give you a little wallop in the back.
Get off
Joe
me,
Pesci's.
you fucking Jew, Mick.
it's a great insult.
Right. But they would do this with lower level guys involved.
Yeah. it was a
Unfortunately, they chose the wrong guy.
Yeah.
They chose Carlo Gambino's
nephew,
nephew.
yeah.
Not good.
Big mistake.
Yeah. And they killed him. They didn't even do it right. They just stole him
Yeah.
and shot him in the back of the head.
Never kill the goods.
It was not a good hit.
Yeah.
It went terribly wrong, and eventually Gotti was picked out of like a mug book. They're like, there were so many witnesses to this murder. It was.
Oh, and Gotti killed them.
Oh, I think
Gotti
you were
killed
saying, Tom.
No, I'm saying Gotti did kill someone. He killed that guy.
Yeah, he killed
that
that
you're talking
guy,
about, but what
yeah.
I'm saying, I was explaining their racket.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
They
Sorry,
killed
So
the
botched
dude.
all around.
Yeah, it was just terrible. Yeah, it was
Botched the
just-
kidnapping.
Yeah.
Botched the revenge.
Yeah, nothing worked that well in this situation.
Yeah,
It was the 70s.
tons
in
of
New York. It's
witnesses.
tough.
They were able to pick him out right away to have a mug book, and that's where John was going.
Jail.
Going
How
back
did you
to
do the
jail.
deed, dude? How did you? What? He's walking I don't know.
Oh, they pretended to be-
O'Brien's get a wife and beat her store.
No, they just they tracked him down. They pretended to be cops when they went inside the bar, and the guy was like, "I'm not believing this shit for a minute," and it caused like an altercation. This dude actually, John didn't actually kill the guy. It was this dude, Ralph Gallione actually killed him. He fucking unloaded like 3 shots point blank into the guy. So that's why John only did like 3 years in jail. He wasn't the actual shooter.
Right, so he killed an innocent guy, and for some reason, New York was like, well,
second-degree manslaughter.
it's not the right guy.
Not the right guy.
We're giving 2 years.
You
How's
didn't
that?
pull the trigger. So
He didn't pull the trigger. He was just there.
Tomato.
Wait, you mean to tell me I just killed the wrong guy? Yeah, but it's fine. Don't worry. We're going to give you less time because of it.
You're gonna get made now.
Yeah.
Because of that. Basically,
It's no longer premeditated because you killed the wrong person.
Exactly. None of this is adding up. Technicality, probation.
Your Honor, my client uses the oops clause.
basically. I didn't mean to do
And
it.
also, Your Honor, if you notice, he is white. Oh, all right.
Right. White enough.
White
well, he
enough.
is Italian, so that's close enough to the other.
By the
side.
70s, the
Yeah.
Wasps were letting the Italians and the Irish into the club.
Oh, absolutely. There's, they still glom onto that.
Yeah.
Like, we're just like Jews. It's like, well, they don't. They're fine. They own Hollywood. There's no, that we own the bricks. This is what happens today.
We are the Masons of America.
Yeah, leave it to an Italian to tell you that they're just like black people.
Yeah.
It's true. In their mind.
Yeah.
In their head.
So, like I said, Gotti would do a 2-year sentence. I think I said 3. I'm going to say 2. Gotti would do a 2-year sentence for manslaughter after not being identified as a triggerman. 2 years was nothing for Gotti, and he was eager to be let out to become a made man. No one had been made since 1957, and in 1977, he became an official made man of the Gambino crime family.
So what does I've never actually understood. What is a made man?
Like, you're untouchable. It's like a status thing. Like, they kind of like, you're like reborn into a different
So you're just
life,
a
they
cool
say.
guy.
It's like the
Basically, yeah.
Eagle Scout badge.
You get a
Okay.
cut of the operation.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're not involved. So like before then you're an associate, and associates used to have to go out, do the work, and they would keep their cut. But when you're made, you can get a little sliver of whoever is underneath you.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
boss is getting a bigger cut.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's good. They have that going for you. And also if there's any contentious points, like you need to, if you want to kill a made man, you need
permission.
I think
Yeah,
that's the big part of it. It's like you get the protection
Yeah, it's like
from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Okay.
status symbol too. Like no one can really fuck
It's like,
with
whoa,
you.
whoa, whoa, he's been made.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
touch him. You know,
Just kiss him on the cheek.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, it's fucking crazy. There's like the technicalities to all this shit. It's like you fucking say the wrong thing to a made guy, or like you're not introduced the proper way.
I mean, they're more well run than the actual Italian government.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
to a
they're
certain
trying to
point.
send a parcel of mail.
Yeah.
But it's just like, yeah, you're in the boys club. Now you're
Yeah.
made gay.
So if I wanted
like,
to
you
kill
walk down the
Tom,
street-
I can't kill Tom. I have to go to Connor. Let's say Connor's the boss. I got to talk to the boss. I want fucking Tom killed.
Be like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Can't do that.
Got to
Yeah.
chat it over
You
with
gotta
the
talk to
other
Tom's
the other
boss.
made men.
That's
Yeah.
right.
We got to figure out how we're gonna kill Tom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to figure it out. You got to convince them that I did something terrible
Yeah.
or that I'm not gay enough. Because that's what it was. They were all kissing each other, as we mentioned.
He doesn't kiss my cheek with
doesn't
enough,
take enough.
lips.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's got to go.
Not enough
He
Tom.
leaves my cheek dry when he kisses.
Yeah, never once have I used my napkin to relieve my cheek of his saliva.
He does one cheek. He doesn't do the other.
It's kind of like a weird ear thing he's been doing.
He's
don't like it.
whispering in my ear.
He's
licking my
whispering.
lobes.
He's making me hard, but never makes me come. And if it was up to me, I would have come many times on this made man.
He's such a tease, Carlo. He's such a tease.
Doesn't put out.
Spooky Carlos, like, make him come.
Carlo's dying. I think Carlo's actually gone by this point. Carlo's fucking. He's old as fuck.
Right, who's in there now? It's Paul.
Paul Castellano now.
That's right.
Big fucking Paulie.
And he got promoted over Gotti's
Neil Della
Hero.
Croce, yeah.
Right.
Neil.
Which a lot of people,
Which is just it's amazing.
yeah, a lot of people did not like. Even though Paul Castellano was a better businessman, he was more of a businessman more than a mobster, you would say. That's why,
It's like the classic Jimmy Carter versus Reagan.
yeah, he
He just wasn't cool enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, Paulie's out there. He's not talking to any of the
Yeah,
men. He doesn't
yeah.
associate with anyone.
He was in like his own little his own little world, kind of in his mansion.
He wasn't
Yeah.
street level.
Yeah, he didn't have his ear to the street like everyone else. Kind of
Right, like you've got Bill Gates who just built computers, and you got Steve Jobs out there dropping acid,
yeah,
injecting tuna fish mercury into his penis, and putting it
That's how we
inside
have
of women
iPhones.
for 5 hours. And you pick the fucking Bill Gates, the guy who's gonna fucking harvest rare earth metals from the last glaciers that we have on the planet in Greenland.
I don't think so.
So, let me get us back on track.
Okay.
I thought we were on track with the Bill Gates.
Really making connections here.
Yeah.
So now, what's his name? Carlos Gambino's dead. Castellano's now the new chief and head honcho. Della Croce, even though he's upset about it, he's like, John, he's the boss. We got to fucking, fall in line kind of thing. You can't do shit.
Believed in the hierarchy of it.
It is what it is kind of deal. So John would fall in line, and he had his fake legitimate businesses like construction and,
He's on parole. So he needs to show that he's
doing, he's working a legitimate job. He's really doing bad
I never
shit,
wanted to be in the mafia except for the fact that I would love a no-show job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that'd be amazing.
Especially
Where
what
it's
they're
like,
doing.
you're a plumber, and you get health insurance saying you never show.
Yeah, all these benefits you just never do.
Connor, why'd you pick plumber, dude? That's all racist.
I think that's what Gotti was. I think that's what his no-show job was.
He's be bopping around, okay?
Yeah,
Hitting
he's
his head
bopping
against
and weaving.
bricks.
All right,
He's like, I gotta collect this fucking money, and that's what he's all about.
I gotta do it. Listen, Connor, if you're really trying to get one of those no-show jobs, go be a Saudi prince.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah,
I would
I
love to.
wish.
Mhm. Just give me one day.
Why isn't my dad a Saudi king?
God damn it, mom and dad.
I mean, Tom and I wouldn't be able to drink with him anymore, but at least I'd be a prince.
It would be weird. It would be very strange. We would all look the same. All right, continue.
John, all right, this time John's, all right, things are kind of, falling in line a little bit. John's got some money coming in. He's fucking made. He's got his racketeering shit. He's fucking scaring people. You gotta pay me, yada, yada. And then tragedy hits the Gotti family.
Oh, not good.
Well, little Frankie.
Little
John's
Frank?
son Frankie, his pride and joy.
Yeah.
John-
His favorite son.
Favorites, he thought he was going to be a doctor or a professional football player or some sort.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Or
a good
imagine being in the
That's a
NFL.
good range.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very different.
I'm a quarterback. It's also a no-show job.
The second string.
I play for the Jets, but I never show up.
Yeah. I've never been to Jersey.
I can tell you guys fucking suck. You guys fucking, let's just end the season. I think he was a Jets fan too. That's why, which I'm surprised they didn't win a lot.
You break enough legs.
Actually,
Yeah.
no, I think he was maybe a Cowboy. I'm thinking of his son. Never mind. Just forget what I said. Don't listen to me.
His son was a Giants fan.
His son was a Cowboys fan.
That's
Really?
Is Junior Gotti or not the one that died?
Junior.
I think he was a Cowboys fan.
No, I was just
I'll put money on this Cowboys fan, Junior
Yeah?
Gotti.
How many Doges?
I'll put all my Doges on the Cowboys fan.
That's a
Damn.
lot. That's a lot of money.
5 G's right
That's
now.
that's
too.
Mike's savings
Irresponsible amount
account.
of money.
Let's fucking do it.
I'm not doing it.
I'm a gambling man.
All right, I'll just look it up
Thanks
right now.
to John
and then-
Gotti. He wants me. Actually, I want to join the mafia if they're listening. I will gladly not kill someone.
Don't
'cause
kill
I can
me.
get
Let me
indicted.
join.
Yeah, please let me join. I'm a good enforcer.
Yeah,
collect-
Mike Regano.
Give me that money.
I've
Imagine
got
me
a
collecting
lot of
money.
scrap metal in my room.
I've got so much marinara in my socks. It's unbelievable. But that'd be a hard job to collect money from someone. Like you have to get like physical with them. Like I gotta slap the shit out of this dude. Fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, I would take it. Would you do that, or would you want a desk job?
Could they do like a Zelle request or like a Venmo request? Like
Nah,
you
yeah.
owe the mob $400.
They got on like pay stubs back there or something.
I'm
Just,
not
like,
that
piece of
strong, like of a dude. So,
But I guess you got
would,
weapons.
I would enforce I would do enforcing collection maybe on like strictly. I only collect money from people under 5'5".
paper. Okay. got
Connor,
weapons,
imagine
too. I
getting
forgot
that.
about that.
Imagine getting that Venmo request though. It's like from Geo.
Just the fist
You
emoji.
owe us winky face pizza emoji.
Winky,
That'd be a
winky face, pizza, fist,
Yeah.
baseball bat, knees.
Knees, yeah. So,
Like, can I split this bill?
can I pay you in marinara sauce, you fucking motherfucker?
Can I pay you in scrap metal?
Yo!
It's $1 right now.
Yo, Squingini, get the fuck over here. It's gonna be fucking, gonna kick your ass with a baseball bat, you fuck.
I stole a Nissan Altima. It's packed with
I got-
copper.
I got a fucking Infinity in the driveway, you fucking prick. You think I need your fucking money?
It's got a straight pipe. I installed it myself.
I got an IROC.
scrap
I
pipe.
got an IRA.
Y'all my fucking gel.
All right, so back to the tragedy.
So we're in, all right, time to get
Really
sad, everyone.
This
I
is
want
a
everyone
sad
to be crying.
moment.
This is a sad moment in the podcast. All right. It is pretty sad. No one deserves to die this young, and I feel he was very innocent.
This is very sad, and then it gets sadder.
Yeah, it gets very. Oh yeah.
Sure does.
So on March 12th, 1980, John and Victoria Gotti's life would be forever changed when their 12-year-old son Frankie was killed by a neighbor.
I really like your copy and paste.
No,
I
no,
like-
whoa, 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 whoa.
I like the pause. Killed by a neighbor.
I realized I had to run that sentence going on.
Leaves it off at that.
What happened, dog?
All right. So let me rephrase that. On March 12, 1980, John and Victoria's Gotti's life would be forever changed when their 12-year-old son Frankie was killed by a neighbor. He was blinded by the reflection of the sun and struck Gotti's son, who was riding a motorbike near their Howard Beach home.
Wait,
An electric motorbike.
Oh, I was gonna say
Like when I was,
12
like, a
years
little-
old riding
No,
a
like,
fucking
you know, it was, like,
Harley.
You know what I'm talking about, like those scooter fucking
Oh.
things, with little motors in them.
All the kids
Those
in
razor
North
scooters are
Dakota
very dangerous.
Still ride them all around today.
Oh, yeah, he was fucking.
I think
zipping
those were
around.
gas powered in there.
Yeah, it was yeah.
Must have been, yeah.
Yeah. It's like a little single gear.
It was like
That was
probably like a little
fast.
dirt bike. No?
Yeah.
Travis,
Dad-
did you have one of those?
What, a little
Motorized dirt bike.
the
thing?
lawnmower scooters?
No,
Like a bike with a
those
motor
were
in it.
Cool. With the I forgot about those ones.
What, the
Yeah.
lawn?
Yeah, with the actual wood
Yeah.
paneling. Yeah.
Oh.
No, I didn't
I don't know.
have
Anyway, a child is dead now.
It's
in our
very, it's
story.
very sad.
So he clips this fucker on with his car, and I shouldn't say that. He cut that out. He
Wait,
killed.
make it louder.
No. Kill
Clip.
that section. So this dude is like, he didn't mean to do it. He's a doctor. He's not a doctor. He was something important.
He's a child murderer, but he happened.
murderer.
He didn't mean to
He
kill.
was
that
an
kid.
innocent guy.
It was an accident.
Innocent
it was
guy,
A, it, was,
yeah,
it was a
accident.
true tragic accident.
Look,
And
if
like
you're gonna run
anyone-
over, if you're gonna run over any kid,
That was the
don't
wrong kid
run
to run
over.
over.
Could you
don't
imagine
run
the
over a
panic
mob
in
Oh
those-
my
kid?
like-
god!
Oh, I just hit someone. Who is it? Steps out. Oh, fuck.
Right?
They're my neighbor too. I gotta see.
That
these
is
people all
my
the time.
neighbor who knows who I am,
Yeah. So
who's in the mafia.
let's just say the wrong kid to kill if you're gonna kill a kid,
Yeah.
and let's just say get some sunglasses because you would have seen the kid coming.
I heard that the kid popped out from
A
behind
dumpster?
A dumpster. Yeah. But
I've heard different things, like dumpster, or he was blinded by the light when he was coming down the street.
The real shame is that he wasn't wearing his pit vipers.
Yeah,
to
Pit
see
Vipers
this.
on.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
is brought to you by Pit Vipers. Please sponsor us.
if both of them were wearing pit vipers, then this little kid would have been skitching.
Yeah, no, he would have just ollied right over that car on his.
They would have thrown each other finger guns, and they would have done a sweet trick.
Yeah,
I think so too. You know what? The world's a sadder place because of this.
I had to put my pit vipers back on.
Tom, put them on, please. I need some.
Oh, Tom's personality is back.
Yeah. Now I can make jokes again and
Tom's
be
back
serious
to normal now.
at the same time.
This man's name was John Favara. Unfortunately for John Favara, he did not pay his respects to the Gotti family for what he did, which left a bad taste in Victoria and John's mouth.
I heard that he was advised to not.
Well,
get involved.
I think that too. He also put his house up for sale and like was trying to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, as you do.
And yeah, I don't think little John went missing a year later.
Oh, he went missing like that.
Yeah, he just went.
It was like a month later.
No, it was a year later.
Was it a year
Yeah.
later?
He came out of his job one day, and a bunch of men came out and clubbed him over the head instead of witness, and he was never seen again.
I think he was in North Dakota.
Let's Google this. You want to
He's in
test me,
North Dakota.
Tom?
That's
Want to test my
he-
research?
I did see that that Gotti got away with it mostly because he went on vacation
In Florida.
3 days before.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's not suspicious timing.
He
at
was
all.
just going to deal with the griefing of his child.
Yeah, no, he's
No.
like, he's like, dude, I was in sandals. I mean, we're eating all you can eat sushi down in the sun.
Go to Disney World while I kill someone. I mean, allegedly.
I heard a rumor online. I'm not making this up. I'll make up another one
He's
after.
alive.
But no, that John Gotti captured the guy, held him for a while, and cut him in half with a chainsaw.
Really? I didn't
Yeah.
hear that story.
Yeah, very
Woo!
vindictive on one of the
You know what?
many documentaries. But
I can
here's the
see
one
that.
I'll make up.
Roy DeMeo, right?
What's that?
Oh, never mind.
That's a different man.
I was gonna say, I was like, maybe he gave him to Roy DeMeo, who was like a sick fuck.
Right, right. Oh, right. He was like the serial killer.
Yeah,
guy.
he basically was a serial killer.
Right. Well, let's just say that Roy DeMeo had sex with his dead body.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. That's why you don't kill kids.
Wait, is
Yeah.
Roy
'Cause someone
Mayonnaise?
will
Is that
fuck
his
your
friend?
dead body.
Yep.
He was another associate of the Gambino
Oh,
family.
okay.
He was Paul Castellano's hitman, I believe.
Oh,
Or
okay. His
like,
original name was Richard
executioner. Yeah, Hellman's ketchup. This motherfucker was sick. He would like fucking like chop people. He would like
He
have
liked
his,
it.
Yeah, he was into it. He's like, I had to keep my gang tough, so he would like. I was telling Connor this before in the car. He had a bar called like the Gemini Lounge, and like if there was a black dude or a Spanish dude that's like the last person in the bar, he would like capture them and like torture them to like keep his skill up.
What skill do you need to work on?
Well, you're chopping up people and disposing their bodies and getting good at it.
I
Last time you took too much of the
You
shoulder.
gotta get a little. Get good at your craft. You're gonna chop people up.
This
You
should
gotta
be
practice.
2 garbage bags, not 3.
if you're gonna be in my gang, you can't wear sunscreen because we're tough here.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta
That's why I
burn.
have this farmer stand.
We're all tan.
I
on the
wish I
arm.
We
was
try to
tan.
look like heirloom tomatoes by the end of the summer.
So Frankie Gotti is dead. John Favara is dead. And John, around this time, he was seen with Neil Della Croce's daughter. Or niece, daughter.
It was a daughter.
Yeah, daughter.
You're right.
He'd be seen not being a little faithful, John.
He's stepping out on Miss DiGiorno.
Yeah, he's stepping
Oh.
out, having a good time. Which I don't get. I mean, who would give up the pizza era? But
Yeah.
this dumb man.
going out again tonight?
Do you
Stay
think-
home.
Do you think
Safe
that?
delivery, bitch.
Yeah, you think that she opened up her legs and she said, "It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno."
And he's like, I'm going to go get Neil's daughter.
Every time they had a
done with
kid.
this shit.
Did she deliver a baby?
No.
She dropped one off.
All C-sections.
Yeah,
Got him out of the freezer section.
Mike, I'm on
I think we're
the
on
tip of
something.
my Stromboli. What's happening here?
Trouble.
Yeah, trouble in. Let's say there's trouble in New York now.
All right. Is there not trouble?
There
now?
was always trouble, but now I'm speaking about trouble.
Okay.
Okay,
Respect.
So in 1981, the feds start laying out their bugs. I mean, they probably had been trying, but now they've been bugging John Gotti's hangout spots, such as the Bergen Hunt and Fish Club
Right.
and Della Croce's Raven Night Club.
Okay.
Paul Castellano and Gotti were butting heads over JFK merch profits and Gotti's secret drug dealing, which Castellano was not a fan of.
Yeah. No dealing drugs.
Yeah, drugs is
No.
a no-no in like
Big
Cosa
no-no.
Nostra. If they know about it. If it was hush-hush, they were all about it. But
What they didn't know didn't hurt them.
yeah, exactly, that type of shit. Oh, well, where's this money coming from? I'm not going to ask. Kind
yeah.
of
What do
deal.
you think What do you think we are? Fucking Puerto Ricans? No.
Shit.
If you've watched that documentary Goodfellas, they say something like that. They go, well, you still got them the cut, but you don't tell them how you
Yeah,
got
you
the
know,
cut.
yeah.
Okay. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
So,
I love that car.
Love that cut.
where was I? Oh, so Della Croce was the only thing between Castellano and Gotti that was like the peace. He was like keeping the peace kind of thing. He was like, John, you gotta fucking can't disrespect this guy. You gotta fucking follow a line type shit.
Could you imagine if Neil, like, he didn't have an Italian thing? He was kind of like this.
Like,
And he was
John.
like,
Neil.
Like,
Paulie's
John.
the boss. You can't go killing Paulie.
Oh God, I think we would have a different outcome.
Listen to me, Neil.
This
is me, Neil.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm Neil.
Oh, Neil, I just want to kill this fucker. He's fucking my shit up.
You can't do it. Please don't do that, John.
John's like, all right, Neil, I
Whoa.
fucking love you, Neil. You fucking decrepit bastard.
Oi,
So,
I'm Neil.
Neil's like, John, you can't fucking disrespect this fucker. He's the boss. John's like, all right, Neil, you fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Basically, not word for word. Della Croce kept the peace until 1983 when Angelo Ruggiero and Gene Gotti, John's brother, were caught on record for dealing heroin.
Yeah.
This dude,
Slinging
Angelo
H.
Ruggiero, he had his daughter's phone. It was like this pink fucking phone, like a toy phone. And he thought the government would never like bug his phone because it was a toy one.
Yeah.
But the whole time they had this whole place bugged.
Also, Anthony Ruggiero didn't shut up. His nickname was Quack Quack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't stop talking, which is not good when you're in a secret
I
society.
feel like that's the
Yeah.
worst possible nickname you could have as a mob.
yeah.
Quack,
I would not
quack.
trust that fucker.
But they all like got off on that and how little they talked, and all these guys
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
shut up.
Yeah.
Like every single one of them was just like, "Yeah, we're in the mob. You got to be real quiet about the mob."
Well, it's like a status. It's like being on like if you're verified on Twitter now. Like I'm verified.
Well, you know what's so funny? It's like all of these people, like all these ex mafia, ex fucking like con artists and shit. They always have a career after like they're out of it, and they're
Oh,
always
yeah.
like a motivational
Sammy
speaker.
Gravano.
They always fucking, this is what I used to do. It was fucking great.
Well, I love Sammy Gravano's podcast.
Well, right, like
He's
I just watched Wolf of Wall Street, and that guy's
Yeah,
like
Jordan
making
Belfort, yeah.
mad money just talking about how to scam people.
And I thought he sounded like Leonardo DiCaprio, and I was dead wrong. He does not sound like Leonardo DiCaprio.
No,
It's like, damn, this fucker just
I mean, it's like half the actors from The Sopranos were just old mob guys.
Yeah.
A lot of them are in the
It's
Gotti
like-
movies. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there is like a typecast, and
Yeah.
because Sopranos had such a big cast, every Italian was in it.
Yeah.
Joey Diaz.
He's not even Italian. But you're right. You're not wrong.
No,
It
but
was just
Tom, he really is Italian. I mean, I know
Could
he's
you
Cuban,
imagine-
but come on.
He's
Got the voice of a Italian. Like I feel like Neil Della Croce would sell like Joey Diaz.
cocksucker.
Yeah, like that.
Just like breathing so heavily. Like, God,
The sound of just a pack of cigarettes being smoked.
like just get a guy to do audio engineering for you.
I love the way his voice.
Ugh.
It's great, but you just he'll invite people onto his show. I can't listen to his show anymore. I listened to a few episodes. He invites in these interesting people, and they're telling stories, and he's just like,
He's falling asleep.
and they're like, and they'll be telling a story about like, oh yeah, when my son was born, he's like, yeah, I know what it's like to have a kid. This is great. It's cocksucker.
Who's his buddy on the show?
Lee Syatt, like that
Lee.
guy's a vegetable.
Lee, fucking speak up.
Yeah.
Lee, have some backbone, you fuck.
He's just like, how is he on the show? Like, he seems like a nice guy, but also, what's happening?
He's like me, just awkward as shit.
He makes you seem like
A genius.
yes,
Yeah.
Which I am.
You
Thanks
are.
for saying that, Mike.
it's not bad. Not
Mike is a
myself.
North Dakota genius.
Yes.
Brain boy.
I'm the smartest person around me. 'Cause my nearest neighbor is like 40 miles away.
I feel like that guy Lee Syatt ate his twin.
I feel like that too. In the embryo, they call it, right?
Yeah.
And the embryo.
He's just like, you look like you have more person in you than you're confessing to.
Your flesh cannot contain the amount of people you are.
Why are your eyes bulging like that? And they're also closed.
Because I'm not human. I'm a fucking incel. So, love you, Joey. John Gotti. So
we got the
Anthony-
rivalry
Yeah,
going.
Angelo Ruggiero and Gene Gotti, John's dumb brother, were caught on the record for dealing heroin by the feds. Also, John's buddy Willie Boy Johnson would also be pinched and become an FBI informant. He was living a double life.
Guys on the
Being a
wire.
snitch boy. Being a snitch boy.
Donnie Brasco. Love it.
When Castellano wanted to hear the tapes of Angelo refused to share them, which enraged Castellano, who threatened to demote Gotti as a result of it.
Wow.
But God, he's a
What do I
made
do?
man.
Yeah, but he's gonna get
You can
just
get
fucking
demoted, even if you're made.
Also, Castellano during this time, no one likes him.
Yeah,
He's the boss, but everyone's like, "Fuck this guy."
yeah. He's not a street guy. He's just not.
No, and he had a like
He's
everyone.
greedy.
He was a talker too,
Yeah.
and he would tell people, "Oh, you had a fake cock put in my body so I could fuck my Colombian mate."
Yeah. he's
Well,
banging
I
it,
mean, come
yeah.
on. It's the 80s. Everyone was a talker because there's cocaine
Yeah.
everywhere.
It was in the water system.
Yeah, right?
All this
Especially
cocaine.
probably New York.
No
yeah.
drug dealing, but you can buy all the cocaine you want.
Yeah, all you have to do is like put a cup of water out and then just like let it dry in the sun and you've got like a gram.
Don't be a seller, be a buyer.
Mm-hmm. You get in trouble.
So now, Gotti knew he had to take out Castellano due to his crew being involved with drugs, and later learned that his longtime friend Willie Boy Johnson was an FBI informant. It was just a matter of when, or else it would be him.
Yeah.
So he knew Willie Boy was an informant?
Yeah, I think some lady he went to court, and I think one of the prosecutors exposed him or some shit. She like fucking snitched on him.
I think he testified or something. That
he
guy,
didn't want to
Willie?
testify, but
Willie? Yeah.
I forgot the lady's name. Sorry, she fucking exposed him in the court or something like that.
Let's call her Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg.
She's
Yeah.
fun. We can paint a picture.
So-
She was a lawyer in her past life.
So
Yeah.
now they know that he's a snitch. They know he's an FBI informant, and they're like, "We're gonna kill this motherfucker."
yeah. Well, the government killed. He was Native American.
Yeah. So
They were going to
the
kill him
government,
anyway.
yeah,
Wait,
the government basically
he was
did kill him.
Elizabeth Warren?
He was exposed by the government. They let it be known that he was
This
an
is
FBI
her dad,
informant.
Travis.
Mm-mm. Okay, it all makes
Wi-
sense.
Willie Boy Italian man. Underscore
Part Cherokee.
Cherokee. Here's my family's meatball boy.
These are the traditional,
The buffalo meatballs.
traditional buffalo meatballs.
Hey, I want some meatballs right now.
How you doing?
So by December of 1985, Neil deGrasse Tyson,
Neil.
Neil Della
Fucking Neil.
Croce dies of fucking cancer, and now there's no buffer between Gotti and Castellano.
Right.
So there's no.
Oh, so
Bumper.
they're straight up
Mm.
docking right now, and it's a violent dock.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Gotti would eventually link up with other 5 capos: Frank DeChico, Joe Armante, Sammy Gravano, and Robert de Bernardo.
Sammy the Bull Gravano.
Yeah, Sammy the Bull Gravano.
Give him his full due.
Sorry.
So
Yeah.
that sounds like the local Italian sandwich shop, like their menu.
That's the regulars,
Right?
Italian shop.
What am I gonna get?
I'm gonna get can I get one Sammy the Bull on a roll?
Yeah.
No lettuce.
You get a bunch of lead.
I'm on a diet, so can you just feed it to me?
Yeah. I'm
Am I
gonna
speaking loud
I'm
enough?
gonna lay here on the floor sweating. Just throw it all in my mouth, all the ingredients.
Put it in a blender, and then it's a smoothie.
Yeah. Can you deep fry this grilled chicken for me?
Oh, you guys make me fucking hungry.
We're gonna order a pie.
No.
Hey.
We're gonna go down to Stop and Shop and get DiGiorno.
Oh yeah, I
that's
love.
right.
DiGiorno actually is really fucking good.
Is it?
It's probably like the top tier of frozen pizzas.
That and like Red Baron, they're like.
Nah, Red
right-
Baron's number 1, dog.
I like Red
I
Baron.
saw that there's this new company that has like a mustache on there. Did you see that shit?
Oh yeah. And
It's
you can take
good.
the mustache off and put it on your face.
Yeah.
Oh, then I'm sold. That's
Yeah.
the best one. I haven't eaten yet, but that's the best one.
I like 7-Eleven pizza.
I know you do.
It's pretty disgusting.
Are we making another stop at the
We should
7-Eleven?
go to 7-Eleven. I left my wallet though at home, so Connor's driving.
Ooh, don't know about that.
Connor had a couple drinks, but I trust him.
Are you guys staying here? Okay, that's good.
I'm having my associates pick me up.
All right, continue.
So he's got all these fucking people plot in the family. There's turmoil, split into 2 factions: the Gottis and Castellano kind of thing.
But there was heavily more enthusiasm for John Gotti.
Yeah,
Like,
he was
Because no one liked
yeah.
Castellano.
Yeah, and everyone liked it. Like John did his time.
Yeah,
He
respectable
he
guy.
did the heists.
Yeah,
He was on the street with the guys. He knew everyone by name. He knew all 200
He
members
did
of
the
the family by name.
Lufthansa heist.
Wait, who?
Tons.
Gotti. He was part of the Lufthansa heist. He
Oh,
wasn't like directly involved in it,
Fill
but
us in,
he
Connor.
Oh.
he helped arrange the getaway van.
So
That Stax Edwards that in the Goodfellas movie. You know, he's the one who leaves
Samuel
the van.
Jackson?
That he arranged for it to be impounded, but it never got impounded.
Oh
I
damn.
never
That was
Gotcha.
Gotti. Yeah,
Thanks, Connor.
You're welcome.
Bringing some
this is my artistry.
better
Coming to the
better-
fore.
better than anything I wrote.
Without getting hammered through Goodfellas.
Yeah.
I remember.
Staying sober through Goodfellas.
Where
is
can I
part of the
find this
research.
information on the Dewey Decimal System?
I actually don't think they mentioned Gotti in the movie because they made the movie when he might have still been boss.
He was being
Yeah.
he was arrested at that time.
Oh, okay.
He was in trial. Was going on.
Yeah, they're right. He was
But
on
you
trial.
know those guys love that shit.
Oh, they must.
oh,
be like,
yeah.
This is sick.
Dude,
Yeah.
they get so hard, dude.
I'm in a movie.
Bobby D and Ray Liotta.
Right.
He's playing me.
And white women don't care about Italians. Like, so no one's going to get offended.
No,
So
Italian
They
lives
care
matter.
about Italian men's fucking
I'm not a
wallets.
rapist. I'm just Italian.
That's the motto.
I'm
Oh,
sorry, I
sh-
didn't rape over 300 asses. I'm just Italian.
I thought she just assumed it.
Excuse me, miss. I just need to reach over you to get into my filing cabinet.
Oh,
It's a traditional Italian greeting to kiss you on the clitoris.
I put my
Both
sausage.
cheeks and the clit.
Oh my God. We're going to be reported to the police.
It's
We're going to have a knock on the door from the Italian police.
To the,
My name is
to
Drew
the,
Peacock. If you're
Hey,
looking for me.
open up in there.
yeah, to the KG Cuomo police.
Oh, yo, dude. Oh man. So he's got these 5 guys. They're like, yo, we're gonna kill this fucking piece of shit. So on December 16th, that's exactly what happened. Castellano, on his way to Sparks Steakhouse, after this Gotti decided that his disrespected Neil Della Croce's funeral was the last straw, he never saw it coming. A bunch of men in trench coats and Russian-style hats unloaded a bunch of rounds into Castellano and his underboss. Gotti was now the new boss of the Gambino crime family.
So Mike, that's fucked. Because I think this is the biggest negative against this guy. Because if you're going to whack a dude, at least let him go to the steakhouse, eat a steak, and then whack
Because they were going. He was going there to discuss how he's going to deal with Gotti. He's going to reorganize.
Yeah, but let him
the
eat
family.
a steak. Unless he's one of those motherfuckers that do steaks well done. In which case, kill him before he gets
I
it.
like steak well done.
All right.
Mike, whoa. All right, we're gonna
Yeah, well, just kind of.
do another break, and Mike's gonna leave.
I like my steak well done.
Right, but imagine the chaos. It's all these guys in Russian hats.
You know, like those furry thing. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they just people thought it was the communists.
I'm painting a picture right now.
It was the KGB.
KGB hit.
They're
oh my
killing
God,
us.
Vladimir Putin's. He's killed my Italian Vladimir. Is that Vladimir?
Sure.
Is that a stretch? Absolutely.
Vladimir. That sounds
Wait,
Italian.
and he's also banging his daughter, right?
No, he's banging the guy who died.
Delacroce's
Daughter.
daughter.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Never mind.
Della Croce.
That was his
Neil.
that was his
Remember Neil?
girlfriend.
Yeah, Neil.
Neil.
You have a wife and you have a girlfriend, which I like about
No,
the
no,
mob
it's
life.
your wife and your guma.
Your Guma, yeah.
Guma.
This bitch I have on
Guma.
my arm.
Yeah.
You got paid for all her shit too.
I mean, if you have endless cash, it's not that bad.
Yeah, I want equal rights.
John Gotti made $12 an hour working in a Wawa
Warehouse.
in North
He was
Dakota.
working at a Subway in Jersey somewhere.
I know a great place for a meatball. Okay, continue.
You know what? Where did I have it? You know, me and Steve had Subway somewhere. That was
Boston.
really depressing.
Oh, that's
Sorry.
an amazing night. That is a really amazing, empowering
They
story.
saw Jared.
Connecticut. No, I'm sorry. That's different. I thought it was Jersey for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Well, must have been real then.
Yeah, we shared a Subway footlong together.
It was like Lady and the Tramp. They ate it from
Yeah,
either end.
we met in the middle with the salami.
Sandwich artist, please. No need to cut that in half.
Keep it whole.
Yeah.
I want the whole
Yeah,
12
can you
inches.
make the bread damp? So now Guy is the head honcho. He's like, I fucking killed this fucking piece of shit. I'm the man.
Great.
What year
John
is this?
Gotti. This is 1986.
86. All right.
This is a time everyone's having a good time. Good music around this time.
Paul's out of the picture.
I'm fucking boss.
Yeah.
I don't have to, I can sell my drugs now and not have to be. I can say I'm not about drugs, but I can have my drug business going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still,
No more Neil and
Yeah.
Paul.
No more of these fucking assholes telling me what I can't do.
I sell essential oils to people who need essential things.
Yeah.
Now, this was an unsanctioned hit. You didn't have all the approval of all the families in New York. So this is a pretty big deal.
That's crazy. Killing a boss of the family. You need to get approval from
Other
the head of every other family.
Mm-hmm.
They go to a table. I mean, that whole Lucky Luciano thing, he set it up so there were the 5 families, and any big decision like that.
You got to
That's
go to
a
the
big
bubble.
deal,
You got
yeah.
to go to the Bubblegum Shrimp Factory in Times Square,
Right.
That is the official place.
or order a round of calamari.
Yeah.
They just eat it. They eat they peel it off. Like the shrimp, like they peel the fried part off and throw it on the
Yeah.
ground.
I imagine them doing that and then giggling and going to like the M&M store.
All right, we're all deciding Paulie's dead.
Yeah. Paul
Now
used
let's
to
go
love
stare
these.
at the green M&M poster.
Since Paulie's
bread.
dead.
Oh,
and
look
his
at that!
favorite.
Look at that fucking broad! You know what I'd do to that green
I wonder
M&M?
what's under
Oh
that
my
thing.
god! Oh baby!
I love her eyelashes. Her eyelashes get me going.
Her boots. Those
Look at
go-go
them
boots she got
curves.
on.
She's
Holy fuck.
round.
It's one big curve. What could be better?
You ever talk to those like see the Italian guys seen an Italian guy like defend traditional toppings on pizza?
Yeah.
Like doing that with M&M's? Like, no. Like the pretzel one that they got in the store now?
You can't put that on a
Sacrilege.
pizza.
Yeah, can't do
Traditional fillings. Peanuts. Not peanuts.
that. Yeah.
That's it.
That's the only one.
You know,
never
you
met
know
an Italian
the
person
crunchy.
before, so I
This
don't
is
know.
what the kids do now, but I don't know about that.
I don't know where I saw this, but I do distinctly remember watching something where it was just Italian men like fighting about the toppings of pizza and what was like a traditional topping or not. Like someone be like, you have to cut the basil leaf to be on top of
Yeah.
it. And the other guy's like, no, you don't cut the basil leaf. You got
You gotta put it in
leave
this
the basil.
oven?
You
Yeah.
got to put it in a little circle in the middle. It's like
Tom,
you're in all these.
It's
people are
basil.
insane.
Tom, I'm gonna tell you,
Brooklyn?
it's margarita, and if you need to extend it any further, you top it with cum.
Oh, thank you, Don Travis.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's a traditional Naples recipe. You just put the sauce, you put the cheese, and then you just fucking unload all over the pizza.
Damn. Could you imagine that guy? I ordered a pizza from the kids down the block. They ran it over here. Not a drop of cum. Can you believe this shit?
This comes dry on my pizza.
Kid, get to work. Start coming.
Yeah, I've still yet to see Italian people in North Dakota. So now, like I said, this
Christopher
shit's not
Columbus
good.
didn't make it that far. Sorry. Keep going.
Chrissy Columbo.
Yeah, Chris. That fucking schmuck.
Oh, St. Chris.
That fucking guy couldn't figure out how to use a car. So, like I said, this shit, he didn't improve this shit. He was like, I'm just gonna fucking kill this piece of shit. And let's just say there's someone named Vincent the Chin Gigante wasn't having it.
The chin.
I love the nicknames.
Yeah.
He had
The
a big
chin.
chin. And when he would like, if you were talking to him or if you wanted his attention, you had to like point to your chin type thing because he was like super, didn't want to be heard type shit.
How do you mean?
Like if you wanted to talk to him, you'd have to like do like some signaling like by touching your chin.
Let's all do that.
'Cause
Right
he never-
now.
he
Let's
never-
see if we could.
He didn't like to talk to people.
We summon his ghost.
Yeah.
Like, if you needed something with the chin,
couch.
you have to put your finger on your chin.
I have been called.
That-
What do you require of my chin?
I
You
love
had a
your
big
muscle
chin.
structure, your bones, and your face.
We were just talking about traditional pizza toppings, Mr. Chin.
Oh, don't get me started.
Mr. Chin,
Did you come on the pizza
You
yet?
love a hot load on your fucking margarita.
Yeah.
You got to put on gabagool.
You gotta put on the fucking basil and shit.
Forget the basil, just a hot load. Mike,
I want a fucking piece of pizza now from North Dakota. So, yeah, so this dude's like, yeah, we're gonna blow this fucker up. He just did some shit that's against La Cosa Nostra. So,
it's got me hard.
Gigante, head of the Genovese, I can't even say this fucking
Genovese.
word. Genovese crime
I'm
family.
so soft now.
He had a car bombing to kill John Gotti. Gotti was absent, and the car explosion killed his underboss, Frank the Chico.
Oh.
Good friend of Sammy the Bull Gravano.
Oh, he's a big part of the story.
It's
Yeah.
very Irish of them doing a car bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was
Coming into my territory.
they were, let's say Gravano, when he pulled Chico's like carcass out of the car, tried to.
Let me tell you, I
Said
saw
you
you
net-
one time, Connor, going into a Home Depot, and you were in the nail section, and I got very, very nervous.
Next stop is propane.
Okay.
Lawn chairs. What was I saying? The
bombing.
Yeah, Sammy Gravano, he's like, oh, we're not used to this type of killing before. It's usually like, you kill someone, you shoot them. I've never seen someone's like body blown to bits kind of type deal.
Yeah, the mafia very against bombs.
Yeah, they didn't like the explosion.
Yeah, it's a
Really?
fucking
Yeah.
Mick thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
There was like something that's why they traced it back to the chin because of it was known by like Italian immigrants to do that type thing.
You mean
Yeah, back
Irish?
in no, but also
I think it was Italian. Some
back
type of
in
Italian
Italy,
faction that would
Okay.
do it.
like in the Italians themselves.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
they would bomb stuff.
Oh, okay. So they knew it was someone who was directly from Italy,
So it was-
not like a first
That's
generation.
connected
That's
to
what
the
the
Genovese,
the
yeah.
thought was. It was like, oh, they must have brought guys over.
yeah, that type
Brought
of
a
Right.
shit.
crew over to do this because no Italian American
Would do that,
Solely
yeah.
their hands.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
bombs.
not
blow
not
that
any
shit up.
real Italian, not any fucking real Italian. I don't want. If you're from
Oh.
that dirty ass boot, get the fuck back across the Atlantic. That is a real.
Everyone
Italy.
knows the real Italians are from New York.
Yeah.
Everyone knows these things.
Yeah. I'm from North Dakota, so I don't know.
A real Italian can speak over, but not more than 13 Italian words.
Yeah.
Understand ye? Understand ye, boys? Okay.
And those 13 words, 10 of them are Italian meats.
Yeah, let me tell you, it's mozzarella.
Oh, your breath stinks.
You
I'm
gotta
looking.
say it like my grandma said it, who you never met before. She had a funny thing where she said, mozzo. That's how I know it's dinner time or lunchtime.
Ho!
Mozzarella.
Let's bring it in.
Waiting.
Mike's doing like a Dice Clay impression.
So John was an attention whore. John loved the attention of becoming a new boss. He was seen like a Robin Hood in some people's eyes. His trials would become infamous, giving him the titles like Teflon Don because no case would ever stick, and also the Dapper Don due to his luxurious suits he would wear.
Yeah. Dapper Don.
Yeah, he was very very not handsome, but very well dressed man.
Talking about like $2,000 Armani suit.
Yeah, shit like that. Like having a suit to change in after lunch at your trial because you wanted to impress people.
Yeah. If you don't know this, the idea of being the head of a family, you want to lie low. Now, Paulie started breaking the rules with that.
Yeah, yeah. John took it to another level.
Yeah, Carlo before him, he lived
Low
in this
key.
little
Yeah, he was-
super low key.
yeah.
He He had like 3 overcoats.
Well,
but
like
he
you
was
said, it
working
was like
millions.
hard to find photos of him.
Yeah, a secret society. So you
Yeah.
belong to.
Whereas-
Everyone's quiet.
whereas-
And Paulie starts showing up, and he starts shaking hands with celebrities and
big
shit like
glasses
that.
and shit.
And then, you
And
got
John Gotti
Gotti
was
who's
waving to cameras.
like, mhm.
Yeah,
If
He's on the cover of
MTV
Time
was around-
magazine. Yeah.
It was.
It was.
yeah.
But, up next.
If current MTV was around.
I mean,
Right.
John
Oh,
Gotti.
16 and pregnant.
John Gotti. I mean, I don't know if you found research for this, but he was probably hanging out with the '80s most eligible bachelor, Donald Trump.
Two Dons.
No, I didn't see anything about that.
Well-
maybe they probably crossed paths in the nightclub scene. He probably was giving them kids to fuck, probably, or some prostitutes and shit.
I don't know.
I'll be
Yeah,
surprised.
Epstein was around.
Yeah, they're all.
they're all
You'd have to
hanging out.
assume
Yeah.
anyone with over $1 million is
They know
probably
he's
having
dead.
sex with children.
Probably.
It's very scary.
And they have blood boils.
at the time.
Yeah.
It is known.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty well documented that Trump had the involvement, but
Well, no,
it was
all the.
not so criminal.
Well, yeah,
The reason his building was built with cement instead of steel beams,
yeah.
is for it was a mob.
It
deal,
was
but
a
he
mob
was also kind of being
contract.
he
Yeah,
was being
shooken down.
half shook down
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Like he's like, yeah, I know mob guys. Just like, yeah, you're a
Yeah,
sucker.
you're in debt.
Yeah.
They're gonna fucking kill me.
Dude, you know what? I got the best loan from this guy, fucking John Gotti. Oh my god,
Yeah, I don't know. He seemed to work out for him.
it's the
so-
greatest loan.
All right.
So this fucker would end up being on like the cover of Time magazine in the 80s, which
Yeah.
is you don't want to be if you're the head of a secret society. It's not the best thing to be on the cover of.
Yeah. There is no mafia.
Yeah,
What are you talking about? I am a simple man.
my wife's the boss.
I hunt things for a living.
Yeah,
I'm Joe Rogan.
basically, he was trying to portray that.
I'm just a plumber.
Simple plumber.
One of John's most infamous cases is when John and a refrigerator repairman got into a heated argument over a double parked car. John would eventually rob and assault this man. Later, the man would bring John to court, but after realizing who he had dragged to court, he eventually forgot his case.
Dude, so funny. So fucking funny. He's like, these two guineas get into a fight in a parking lot. John Gotti and one of his goons beat the shit out of another guinea.
They
The
rob
guinea-
him.
They rob him for fun. It's like for $300. They're just like,
What do you got in your wallet?
Well, you have cameras back then. You can do a lot of shit.
Yeah, so the guy's like laying on the ground. He's just like, I'm going to sue you.
My
They take him to the court. He finds out, oh, never mind.
kneecaps hurt.
Did I say sue you? No. The other guy.
Someone who's not here.
I thought I saw my friend Sue. I said, Sue, you.
North Dakota John Gotti,
It's
not this
funny
John
because
Gotti.
the whole ball started rolling on this court case, and then you could find the footage of this guy saying online publicly, he's just like, once I said it was him, and then today's different. I don't remember. I couldn't honestly say it was Mr. Gotti. I probably not. Definitely not. I'm gonna drop it. Okay. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Why would you
Your
do
Honor,
that?
I know I'm not on trial, but I would like to plead the oops clause.
Yeah, oops.
Once again.
Yeah, this was rampant in Gotti's. Like he'd be in and out of trials throughout the 80s.
Yeah, I mean, he had a few. That was
Yeah.
like a weird one.
He would like
because it
bribe
wasn't-
his juries, or he
That
would
wasn't like the
intimidate them.
state. Like the state was like, what does this guy do?
Yeah, the one guy who wasn't the state
Yeah.
does the oops halfway through on his end. It's like it's very rare for the
Yeah.
prosecution to
Just
use
give
the
up.
oops clause.
Yeah.
Now, did they let him just use the oops clause? Or do they still go after him?
No, the state
let him free.
had no hand.
No. I mean, did Gotti go after this guy after he dropped the case?
I think they paid him off.
Yeah,
So
they just paid.
Yeah,
off.
they settled. They
What
settled.
a good
out
deal!
of-
I got robbed, and then they paid me back with interest.
Yeah, they
They would either
settled
beat
out
up
of
the jury
court,
or-
and that
yeah.
was, he got a free pie at Ray's Pizza.
But
With
truthfully,
cum.
we just said we
Cum.
paid him off. He didn't pay him off. He just didn't want to die.
Yeah, probably. His
Yeah.
payment was not done.
his payment was life.
Yeah, you see two guys standing at the door of the courthouse, or would fucking just stand there looking at you. They're probably gonna break your neck when you get out of there.
Are you going to try to put this guy in jail?
Absolutely not. In fact,
I forgot.
Yeah.
I am not supposed to be here.
Actually, I should be in jail
Yeah.
for
Send me to
giving them
jail.
my wallet.
Officer, take me to jail for being rude to these men's time.
This guy,
I was in the wrong.
this guy's
I
walking.
should have went to a different street.
Yeah, this guy's walking up to court, and he's like, that olive-skinned man. He's the one I see at Planet Fitness that grunts all the time. Maybe I should just not go into court.
Oh, shit.
I'd be
he just
scared
put on
shitless,
pit
too.
vipers. I can't fuck with that guy.
I'd be like, hell yeah, and I didn't see this motherfucker. I'd fucking gonna break my knees later. Like shit.
So yeah, it was the only reason that became such a spectacle is because of how bizarre it was. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a high profile case.
Yeah.
It got turned into a media circus, though.
That's where you got the name Teflon Don.
Yeah, nothing sticks.
Nothing's sticking to this.
I saw. So I did read about this one a little bit, and the New York Times headline after the guy like recanted his thing was "I forgot it."
I forgot it.
I forgot it.
They did it.
That's the best thing the New York Times has ever done.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
You
that
really did
sounds
forget
more
it.
like a Newsday headline.
Right.
That sounds like something
That's
Ray
a post
Romano would
headline.
write.
Come on,
Yeah. Oops, I forgot it.
Deborah!
Shut up, Ray.
man pleads oops clause.
You know, it's like they did a joke here.
Oh fuck.
Did you forget to write the rest of your script?
Where was I?
You know, we're filling for time right now. This is not very respectful to our listeners.
think
Mike
I-
forgot it.
I have these two mixed up with. All right. So
Coming in here.
John Gotti's rule.
Now he's the boss.
He's the fucking man. He's in and out of trials. His rule will be from 1986 to about 1990. During his reign, Gotti was pulling in around $500 million annually for racketeering, loan sharking, drugs, you name it. Prostitution, I hope so. He was the head honcho of the most powerful crime family in the world.
Wow.
Dude, so 1999, Will Smith was on top of the chart.
Yes.
Well, this is 1990 though.
1990, Travis. This is MC
Wait,
Hammer.
I thought you said 1999 was
Oh,
when he was
no.
He didn't. No, you heard him wrong, Travis, because
Prince
you're
song.
you're in a
Paying
different
attention.
area of North Dakota.
You're not
That's-
paying
it's
attention,
hard to
Travis.
hear.
Oh, yeah.
You're on the west coast of North
You
Dakota.
mother
I'm in
trucker.
the Badlands.
So, yeah, he's being very public with his, he likes the attention.
Right.
People are coming up to him. He's signing autographs occasionally. And Sammy Gravano started to notice this. He's like, what's this dude doing? I think he mentioned to him at a table one time that he's like, the people are like our public or something. They love us. And he's like, aren't we a secret society? Aren't we not supposed to be doing this?
Yeah, but also it's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. You get clout. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
being famous.
it's like being gay in the army. Like everyone's into
Yeah,
it.
you got
Everyone's sucking nanners down in the army.
those glizzies.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, if your last name is say Bush, you don't want to give away what they do in the Skull and Bones Society. You don't want to
Exactly.
know that you're
You don't
jerking
wanna-
off on your dad
yeah.
in a fucking coffin. You
That's
don't want to
true.
know that shit.
Well, now he paints dogs, and people still love this man.
And now
So,
he's cool as hell.
W.
not a single war crime is more important than
Oh.
this Reddit. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Who cares about the millions
That's the
dead? Look at his
past.
paintings.
Yeah.
It's a reverse Hitler.
he's
He's wait, but he's chill with Michelle Obama, dog.
Yeah, they vibe together.
They vibe, dog.
So, back to John Gotti. So, this fucker thought he was untouchable until, like, remember those bugs? The government has
they bugged him
to no end
before he was
before he was even the
Before
head
he's
honcho.
boss.
before he was
They've been doing this
done.
for
Yeah.
a while now.
They actually have. You can listen to the recording of him swearing in as being a
Oh,
made
yeah,
man.
yeah.
So it goes way,
way
far
back,
back.
yeah.
Wow.
From like 81 or something. They just like bugged
They-
this guy nonstop.
And was the FBI
Yeah,
just
they-
doing their own cocaine so launch that they were like, no, don't arrest them yet. Just keep listening.
Yeah,
kind of.
basically, yeah. They're trying to get more info. They're giving people deals and shit, or informant.
He-
Like they call them, what do they call those people?
Yeah, informants. You're right.
Yeah.
CS.
He has more bed
No.
bugs.
Yeah, criminal informant.
Yeah.
He has more bed bugs than Mike.
Yeah.
Wait,
And
wait.
he was still getting girls.
We live
somehow.
together. You got bed bugs?
I used to.
There's like any amount of money that he has, you could look like whatever. You're gonna get at any woman. It's true. I'm convinced.
What's
Yeah.
the number? What do you think's the number on that?
If you no, you need to leave a question mark.
You don't
need
ever
to
tell
s-
them how
You need
much.
to spend certain amounts of money and then lay the law down. Every now and then, you take this. You got a new, what do they call them, the Grambos? You bring a Grambo out, and you say, "We're going to Olive Garden, where my family owns it.
And we're gonna have a good time.
We're gonna have a great time." And she goes, "Well, I'd like to have the soup with the salad." And you go, "No, because I'm paying." But other times you just give her like $10,000. Here, go buy yourself a coat, you fucking bitch.
One coat, 10 grand. One coat.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing
One
else.
coat.
Yeah, one
So
coat.
it's like you got to be petty with your money. You just have to keep that air of mystery.
Ah.
Like,
An
cut 'em
abusive
off on the
relationship.
soup, but then give them way too much for
Yeah.
something else.
It's like, can I use this 10 grand on rent? No. One coat.
Yeah.
No. You got to
You-
sleep
Well,
in
Tom,
that coat
I'm
on the
getting a
street.
fucking water too.
Tom,
and
that
I'm
was a
getting soda.
great picture you painted, except the Italians took over the spousal abuse from the Irish. So it would have been a smack to the face. Dunk her, like, waterboard her in the soup. Be like, is this what you want? Is this what you want?
Right. Well, of course. Yeah. If a capo's wife shows up with a black eye, they go, damn, I had no idea he was Italian. I mean, Irish. We have an Irish guy in the club? Oh,
What is he, a Mick?
what is he? Like the dumbest question. What is he, a Mick?
Was
Sure.
he a fucking guy or something?
You got to ask his dad. Is
Oh,
this guy, you think this guy's Irish? What's his name?
don't
His
you
name's,
fucking ask me.
Donatello O'Brien.
I saw him eating a potato the other day.
He's
What,
from
in
Milan,
tarnation?
Ireland.
So
No, I don't think there was any Italians from Milan in the mafia. They just make suits and clothes.
nice clothes.
It was
yeah.
all Southern.
Yeah.
all the
also-
degenerates.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Those people, they're basically French to
Yeah.
the Italian. They're like, yeah,
Blah,
Milan,
blah.
you fucking kidding me? You cookie?
Yeah, they go up to Quebec. They join the French, the
French mob.
French mafia, which we might get into in the future.
Oh, I didn't know the French
Was
had
the,
any balls.
was the
That's
French
weird.
mafia involved with aliens?
Yeah, they're involved in aliens.
I believe it. All his
Love it.
baguettes come from space. So John's got a bug problem, and he thought he was slick. He'd have his little walks. He'd take a walk around the block to discuss business, and then pause for a second. I don't know if I have the club right. He had an apartment above a certain club. I don't know if it was a Bergen
The
Hunter.
Ravenette.
It was Raven Knight?
Yeah.
And I forgot who the apartment belonged to.
It belonged to a capo's
Mom.
widow.
Yeah, widow,
So
yeah.
some capo was killed, and I guess they paid for this woman's apartment
Upstairs, and that's where
upstairs.
John would
above-
have his meetings and stuff.
Right.
To be slick to get away from the FBI bugs, but eventually they
Okay.
caught on.
It was interesting. The FBI was doing an observation. They were parked like they had an apartment that was like 3 blocks down,
Yeah.
and just got all this telescopic equipment and bugged the place. They noticed that John would walk into the club, and they always had music going, but they could hear his voice. And then every now and then he would disappear. Like they wouldn't see him come out the front or the back, but they couldn't hear him anywhere.
Yeah.
And then they realized that there was an escape into this woman's apartment, and the reason they picked it up is because they would send the woman out. So every time on the tape they couldn't hear John, they realized that this woman was leaving, so the men could conduct their business,
Ah.
which is just absolutely sane to me.
I mean, I would have got an apartment somewhere else.
I mean,
No,
I
they wanted it.
All
I
these
kinda
guys are
think
like
if he-
these.
if he had a bug problem, couldn't he have just hired that guy that has the beagle and he just sniffs out the bugs?
These are different kinds of bugs, Travis.
All right, I'm just saying, dog. A beagle can smell a bug from a block away.
These are like,
Where's Roscoe?
I mean,
Yeah, Ross-
I don't even know what an FBI bug looked like back then. I kind of want to Google what a little thing looked like.
It's the size of a hockey stick.
Yeah, it's a Polaroid camera that's inconspicuously.
FBI
placed.
They're
bug.
sitting in the apartment. They're like, "What's this gigantic new telephone booth you got?"
80s. Yeah,
I don't know. It just showed up one day when I was out.
it's a satellite dish doing in here.
It's from me grandson.
We got TV. We got fucking all these channels, John.
That's a cable box. You got to load the VHSs in it. They
Oh,
run out when we stop
Oh,
talking.
it was in the phones. I
Yeah, they put
guess.
them in the phones.
Yeah.
Phones.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat. I thought it was like they just sprinkle some shit in the apartment. Like, oh, we got bugs.
Powder.
Yeah,
Record
so like
device.
back then they had to actually bug phones. Now we're all bugged.
Yeah, now we buy better bugs.
Yeah, now I own
Yeah.
a bug on me at all times.
Oh, hey China, how you doing?
We love your music.
You know what?
Jackie
I love your
Chan
food,
singing the Mulan soundtrack is my favorite.
I agree with you. Tom Cruise is very good, and we need to cool it on these black leads, right? That's what China thinks, right? This is how this is
Yeah.
going to save me. I don't.
What are you saying?
guys, I'm
I never-
covering my mouth. I
I never
don't
you
think
said.
that. I don't actually.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
no,
indifferent.
no.
But if I say it, I'm being bugged.
Tom, I can see you in your Chinese overalls.
Tom's an informant. I knew it.
Tom's an informant for the CCP.
I'm wearing pit vipers and one of those like shirts that Mao Zedong wore. It's
You
like
fucker.
jeans. He's
Yeah,
wearing
no, the
Oshkosh
overalls.
Bagosh,
He's
yeah.
lying. He's not
Yeah.
wearing the pit vipers.
Yeah.
Tom's a fucking.
I don't
degenerate
know.
liar.
I think Mao Zedong was rock the pit vipers.
Chairman Vipe.
Year 2 of the 5-year plan. Pit vipers for everybody.
All right. Go, Mike.
So John's caught on tape spilling the beans about Sammy doing a bunch of hits for him that he's not happy about.
He talked shit about Sammy.
Yeah, he talks shit about him, saying he's like a killer. He's killing too many people.
He's sloppy here.
Sloppy, yeah.
this.
Something about like 19 murders he's trying to link Sammy to that he's involved with.
Right.
And that does not sound. That's like music to the Fed's ears, hearing about murders. So
They probably came.
they probably did come in their pants.
Bunch of guys coming.
And
And then the
guys-
Italian guys, whoa, 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 save the sauce for the toppings.
Just imagine the FBI guy sitting in the truck listening, going, "Oh my God,
we did it. I can go home now.
do you hear this?"
That's probably the best day. They're like probably been doing this for so long. Like, fuck,
I
when's
went
this shit
through the
gonna
car
end?
wash
Oh, yeah.
today, and I was like, can I crank one out before I get out of the car wash?
You through the shorts kind of guy?
I was
You're like
very
one of those
tempted
people?
to try to just crank
Oh.
one out before I got through the car wash.
That's respect, yeah. What's
Hey.
your best time?
It's very comforting that people like you exist out
Yeah.
in the world of car wash.
That's why they say you touch semen every time you leave the house.
Yeah.
There's a statistic that you touch like semen like 20 times a day
FBI
without
semen.
realizing. Probably.
And
Yeah.
an Italian semen.
Did
if
you know
get a
that?
pizza.
Yeah, a lot of Italian semen out there.
Did you wait? You meant to tell me that when I touch these penises,
You're
I
spreading
might be
jizz.
touching jizz?
Oh yeah.
That's
yeah.
disgusting. That's food.
That doorknob probably has jizz on it.
That's food. Well, that doorknob definitely has. That's- but what I'm saying is that's disgusting. I'm just
I'm just trying to let everyone know.
when I see my Italian friends and I'm giving them a kiss, one on the left, one on the right, and then they pull down their pants, and then I kiss the left ball, the right ball, and then the tip. You tell me that I might be getting semen on me?
Yeah, probably.
That's terrifying.
You know what? It's a thing. It's a thing of life.
It's just a risk.
Yeah, it's just something you gotta do.
I'm gonna
Are
start
you
putting
telling me that,
condoms on men.
Are you telling me the residuals of the children might be entering my mouth?
That's terrible.
Uh,
Continue. This is
Yeah,
the worst.
please.
I live in
Please
North
talk about
Dakota, by the way.
Stop eating the children.
Yeah.
Don't
Please.
eat children.
Recycle them.
I see you OnlyFans girls. Stop eating children.
John made everyone on Saturdays come pay respect for him at the Raven night. Or no, it was Bergen. I'm sorry, maybe it was Bergen. I get these two
he's at the Raven.
in the Raven.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It was the Bergen was earlier. After a while, he moved
the Raven night
to the Raven.
after Della Croce, right?
He was a big Edgar Allan Poe fan, so
Yes. Right, exactly.
There's a bunch of Italians going, I don't know what never is more means, but I sure as shit.
But I
love
sure
this."
as hell told nevermore, nevermore.
Yeah.
Can't fucking read.
Did
So
you throw him in the ocean with the cement boots, like I said? Yeah, he's dead, boss. Come on. Oh, yeah, nevermore.
Yeah, we stuffed them in the wall.
beautiful.
We gave him some vino, and then we put him in the wall.
Bada bing.
So John's having these fucking weekly meetings at his fucking club, but unfortunately, this would be the last meeting he would have
Really?
because the FBI would invade and arrest John Gotti.
Wow. How'd they do it?
Are you sure it was the FBI or the IRS? Because those guys suck.
FBI.
Oh, okay.
They
The
stormed
female body inspectors.
Yes.
arrested him.
Body
Female,
inspector.
yeah, I've seen. Oh, dude, I've actually seen some FBI agents because I've seen that shirt. People have been walking around. I'm like, dude, thank you for your service.
You can't get one unless you're in the FBI.
Yeah.
I'm
I've
trying
seen
to
some of
join.
those guys. They've been planting boobies on guys, and what I would call planting evidence. They got-
So the
I swear I
FBI,
didn't have boobs.
I've never seen these boobies in my life.
FBI crackdown. The female body inspectors were like, John, your body is a fucking wonderland. This is a little bit too early, but John Mayer's gonna write a song about you.
Freeze, FBI, John Mayer. Your body is wonderland.
Tom, do you know more info on it? I just know the FBI stormed in and
No, I actually don't know the arrest, but basically what happens is that they collect enough evidence.
well, they wanted Sammy. They wanted everyone there, so that's why they waited. So Sammy was.
I don't know about the raid. I really don't. And
I know a little about the raid.
Tell me what you know, but I watched like 6 documentaries and they didn't go over that part much.
They
so-
were waiting for Sammy to have everyone there to make the arrest.
And he's an informant at this point, right?
He
Sammy
is. I think he's the underboss at this point.
Well, he's the underboss, but he's an informant because they end up showing him.
Not yet. He's not an informant. This is before it. He's not an informant yet. He hasn't switched.
Oh, right. So the arrest happens. Okay.
The arrest happens.
Yeah, sorry for the
He
confusion.
finds out Gotti. He finds out they do some prison time together. I think it's like 6 months, and they finally hear the tapes of what Gotti. They didn't know like what was going on.
Well, right. The FBI shows the tapes to Sammy,
And Gotti. They know what's going on.
but they show it to him separately.
Separately, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So Sammy's like furious, and that's what.
Well, Gotti is saying you have to take the fall from me because you're the fall guy, and I'm the boss. The people need the boss, and you got to do the time for the tapes.
Right.
So Gravano's like, "You sure you want to do this, John?"
Right. So
Yeah,
it's
we gotta
basically
do
like,
this.
when you play a Zelda game, right? You're playing as Link, but the name of the game's Zelda. So
Basically,
he's
yeah.
the bitch ass Zelda.
Yeah.
And like this guy's doing actual shit. It's like, dude, I'm Zelda, dude. I don't do anything.
So
But you gotta fucking take the fall.
Absolutely.
You have to fight Ganondorf.
You gotta
Yeah.
do all this shit for me. I'm the fucking boss. You're the fucking it
I'm-
trickles down, not up.
I'm Zelda. I'll give you magic powers later.
Scientology.
After you beat the game and go through all that guff.
Then you get
Yeah.
the magic.
Yeah.
So Sammy feels betrayed, which anyway, I would feel betrayed too. This fucker's got big mouth. He's
I
exposed
mean,
all
if my boss
shit.
came up to me and was like, "Go to jail for me."
Yeah, for life sentences.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
And the guy's putting you in jail going, well, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check out this tape. And your boss is like, that guy's stupid.
See, this
Sammy,
is
the
why
tapes are crazy.
This is why we need unions, because if my boss came to me and was like, "You need to go to jail," I get together with my boys and be like, "Look, I'll go to jail. It needs to be Swedish jail because I need."
Yeah.
It looks
I
nice
can't
over
even,
there.
I can't even buy a PlayStation 5. I've been trying to get a PlayStation 5, but if you go to Swedish jail, they'll give you one.
They have to. It's like a state
Yeah.
mandate.
Yeah, it's pretty nice over there. Looks like
I'd go. It's you live in an IKEA.
Yeah.
they take care of you though.
With the food court.
Yeah, the food court's
all the
there.
time.
Everyone hangs out. They give you a glass, like a real respectable person.
You're eating
Horse meat.
meatballs.
You
pickled
drive
fish.
to where I think I saw some. They drive to prison. They don't have to sleep there. It's like a job.
No, it's like the other way around. They have to sleep there. Some white
Oh,
collar
maybe it's
places
the-
in like the Scandinavian countries and even in France, they have like prison programs where you just have to sleep there.
It's like an apartment,
You
yeah.
can leave at like 8 in the morning and you have to be back at like 5. So you can have a day job, but also be serving like
Yeah,
a
prison
10-year
sentence. Yeah.
sentence. It's like
I mean,
I just
they have less
raped.
criminals because of it.
Give me a place to stay for night. I just raped.
Yeah, I just
I think it's
raped-
only white collar crime.
Yeah,
criminals
it's
they
like
do that for.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just like,
Yeah,
well,
but
you know,
all-
like,
all
I just
white
raped
collar
20 people
criminals
for that.
are rapists. Come on, let's be real.
yeah.
Once
No,
you're,
so
once you're in a
car,
high
you're
enough
a
tax
rapist.
bracket, every crime is a white collar crime.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, he's
Jeff
raped
Ebb.
a lot, but he had a good job. He was a software developer.
He
got a
might have been a
good
murderer,
skill.
but he made a couple $1 million last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw him in
He's
the old
useful.
white prison.
You just gotta sleep here for a little bit, man. It ain't that bad.
Yeah.
All right, Mike.
Continue.
More
Take
about
us on.
Gotti.
So Gravano, he feels betrayed by this. He's like, John, you fucking backstabbing motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, you fucking want me to take the fall for this shit? Like, fuck off. Like, I understand it. I'd do the same thing. That's like you telling me you talking all this shit. And
Yeah.
you gotta do a life sentence. No, I gotta do it because you exposed me.
Yes. Obviously, there's going to be contention there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's obviously upset, and John thinks he's gonna go along with it. And fucking to John's not happy surprise, Gravano was testifying against them, linking him to the Castellano murders and all this racketeering shit. Exposing the whole crime family for what it is,
Mm-hmm.
which totally crushed John Gotti. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was not. That's
That's his downfall.
the fall of the dawn.
Right. And the bull actually admits to 19 murders,
Yeah.
I think.
Where
And they
John's-
still they let him off because they really wanted Gotti in
Yeah.
jail.
He had to do like 20 years in prison, though. He had to do at least 20. He did more.
No,
than
they
20
gave him
years.
20 years and then they let you out early.
Mhm.
For
How
good
long? How
behavior
long
and
was
shit.
Gotti in prison for?
Gotti was in prison. Well,
No,
yes.
he died.
Gotti died
dies
in
in
prison.
prison. Yeah,
Well,
Okay, but
the
how
guy
long-
who gave him up.
Oh,
he did like
okay.
5 years, and then he had to do like 15 afterwards, something like that. Later on, he got brought back into court.
Oh, right, because he was selling drugs or some shit.
There was just more charges came up, some more shit. I
No,
think.
when he was under witness protection program, he was dealing
Oh,
drugs.
he was. I didn't
yeah.
know that. Yeah. Oh,
But anyway, that's a different guy.
great. Some good stories from that guy.
Right. So, Are you? Do you need me to ask a question?
No, not yet.
Okay.
So Gravano gives him up, like we said. Jury found Gotti guilty, and John was then sentenced to life in prison.
Right.
He would spend most of his time in solitary confinement and would often get his ass beat by black inmates for saying racist remarks. He would then try to have these people murdered by the Aryan Brotherhood. He would try to wire them money.
Yeah.
And most of the time, the money would just get stolen. It would never, like, the person would either get moved to a different jail he was trying to kill,
Right.
and the money he was trying to wire over would just get lost in the sauce, kind of.
Of course.
So are you telling me that John Gotti would use the N-word?
A lot of the time.
Yeah.
It's very, like most, back in
Like
the day,
most
I feel
days, most
Italian
days,
mobsters would say they were very,
most days he would use the N-word.
yeah, most days.
Most days.
Yeah. Wake up every morning.
Get one of those out the chest.
When am I
you know.
gonna say it?
Should I
save it
surprise them
before
after I
lunch?
have? Should I surprise them after I have my prison pudding? Maybe I'll do it then.
Yeah, he would get the shit. Like, he was
Should I say it to the
a
guard?
number of attacks in prison, yeah. He was
He's
a
pretty
target.
tall and black.
He's probably
ready.
good at basketball.
So, anyone want to ask me the question?
I want to fill. I need to.
Fill a void for us?
You miss one thing, which
What'd
I
I
think is
miss?
very funny about John Gotti in general, is that he was a bad gambler.
Oh, I thought. Oh, I said his dad was a degenerate gambler.
Well, you mentioned that earlier, but
apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
something great about John Gotti is that he loved to gamble. He always wanted to be gambling, but he was terrible. He was the worst gambler everyone knew. Like, anyone who knew Gotti was just, they make jokes about how he could just lose any bet. And he would bet over everything. Some guy was just like, yeah, if you bet him $100, tell you what color underwears he's got on. He's not gonna. You got to get $100 out of him. He's
He had
stupid.
money to blow.
Well, he wasn't even good. He would be pissed.
Yeah, he'd be fucking losing a lot.
He would, like lose 20 grand a day on baseball games. It's just like, why didn't you just look at what teams were playing? Like,
well, that's because he's
could've
always
easily
probably
won.
he's
I
always
gotta
probably
collect the
betting
fucking
for the
payment now.
Mets, and they just
Yeah, exactly.
lose.
He's on-
Continue.
I bet you Mr. Met's gonna come over and he's gonna Mr. Met's gonna say something this time.
Yeah, that's the bet.
Wait for
Mr.
it.
Met's actually going to talk.
He's gonna talk. He's coming up to the mic.
He's
Ah,
finally gonna
shit.
pop that giant head off and talk to us.
Who's behind that fucking mask? Is it fucking you, Paulie?
He's a great actor. Must be
It's the
Marlon
ghost of
Brando.
Carlo in Mr. Met.
He's one of the best actors. What's your favorite movie? Just Mr. Met highlight reels.
He was in the John Travolta movie, Mr. Met.
Mr. Met.
He
Mr. Met,
played
yeah.
a big role in the John Gotti movie
Yeah,
with John Travolta.
he was in
Beau-
court every day.
Beautiful film.
They don't
Just-
mention.
The
You just
Gotti
see him in
court,
court.
Just the camera pans over, and Mr. Met's back there weeping.
You can look up the courtroom sketches from the '80s, and you just see
Yeah.
Mr. Met in the back.
He was there. It's like, John, why'd you do it, John? What the fuck?
Never actually saying anything though.
In his head.
Come on,
Mr.
Mr. Met.
Yeah, Mr.
Monologue
Met's,
in his head.
Mr. Met, it just
Mr.
words
Met.
pop up. I loved you like a brother, John.
I like to now call a character witness, Mr. Met. That'll be all.
Get that
Guilty.
fucking get Philly fanatic out of here.
All
Get
right,
that fucking schmuck out of here.
Yeah, now that you know that the reason I thought of it is because he's taking bets. He's reaching people on the outside. He's making a bet. His son is now taking over the
Yeah.
business, which no one likes because he's just a brat.
He's an
Johnny
entitled
Jr.,
brat,
yeah.
yeah. They thought he was entitled. and didn't deserve it.
Absolutely no idea how anything worked. He was like mid-20s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, that's some unique experience for that shit.
Yeah. He, if anything, he's going to be listening to this show and
he's
sending
gonna kill
people
me.
out to North Dakota to find him.
Find him.
Oh, how'd you find me in
Wait,
North
his
Dakota?
Find this Mick Regan in North Dakota.
Yeah, His
I'm
son's still
changing
out.
my last name to
Regani.
Regani, yeah.
Regani, yeah.
I'm actually Italian now.
Saint Michael Regan.
That's your
Mike,
immunity.
you're a roast mortem made man, so they have to come to us first.
Yeah.
And what they're like, yo, we'll give you 20 grand to kill this guy.
Right.
You guys would probably do it because that's how these fuckers do it. They get their friends.
That's what happened.
20 grand is 20 grand, Mike.
I mean, at least save my face. Don't for an open casket. Come on.
Let my mother see
And
my
don't do
face
some
one
fucked
more
up shit. Yeah, don't do some fucked up shit
Yeah.
like blow me up or.
I would never.
No.
I would never do that.
You know what? If you're gonna do it, make sure I'm like it's a funny situation.
If I'm gonna blow you up,
Like I'm eating
Make
breakfast. or
my
something.
murder funny.
Yeah, make
Yeah.
it funny. Make some like stand up before you do it. Like you get a really cheesy quote before you
We'll
pull the
roast
trigger.
you,
Yeah.
and then we'll roast you.
There you
yeah,
go.
exactly.
You get a nice tan before I go to my casket.
the only reason I survived this car bombing in Las Vegas is because they didn't know what kind of car I had. Remember that casino?
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah. And they start off with Robert De Niro dying, and they let you think, oh, this is the end of his life. It's just like, but actually, they didn't know that my car was different than what it was. And that's why I'm alive and wearing the biggest sunglasses ever.
So
I like when they. Oh, sorry, Travis.
I was gonna say, so Mike, how does this Mario Brothers enemy die? How does this largest British currency in the 18th century die? How does he die?
So eventually, John would develop throat cancer, which would leave sores in his throat and all over his face, where they're very painful, and it would eventually die from his illnesses in June 10th, 2002.
Yeah.
In June 10th.
In the middle of that
In
day.
June,
In June
10th.
10th.
In it, not
That was the
on
name
it.
of his prison cell.
In June.
10th.
Yeah.
June 10th.
So he died in pain. He suffered a lot. You know, it's a very painful disease he had.
Yeah.
Was he a big smoker?
No, he was actually anti-smoking, I think. I believe.
How do you get throat cancer being anti-smoking?
It's probably around it all the
It's a
time.
lot of cock.
Well,
A lot
yeah.
of
like-
secondhand smoke, Connor. Let's say that.
Connor, you know, I mean, that spicy Italian sausage, dude.
Oh,
Mutates
that's true.
cells.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Is there any postmortem you want to go over? Anything involving
Yeah,
air gel?
I was gonna say,
yeah,
Mike, there was a very famous
YouTube video.
Emmy, Oscar, and Tony award-winning
It
show
got the
about
EGOT.
John Gotti.
Oh, Growing Up Gotti is probably one of the best shows to watch.
Yeah.
I think.
They got an Oscar?
They
hope
got
so.
a Tony too.
That just
Wow.
that encapsulates a time for me of like I went to a school in North Dakota where there was a lot of people that looked just like these grandsons, where they had the blowouts and the fucking tan
Right.
skin.
So
Well, I know.
my-
Greeks and Italians can get mixed up sometimes.
Yeah,
all those
they-
Greeks in North
Albanians.
Dakota.
Yeah.
Fun fact: my sister went to high school with the grandson.
Oh,
Wow.
shit!
Did he have a blowout at the time?
I mean, sure, it was the mid 2000s, and he was
Was it
Italian.
bulletproof?
So.
What a look! I'll say that.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Who was the first person to do their hair like that? I want to know.
Vegeta.
Yeah, he was the first fucking Guido.
the first
Vegeta.
Guido Vegeta.
No, Vegeta from fucking Planet Vegeta.
Is that what they based the hair on? Weren't they all into that shit?
Ma, get me some hair gel so I can look like Vegeta.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm
Yo,
gonna do
Goku
this.
was strong as fuck, yo. He beat the shit out of Majin Buu.
I'm gonna stand in my room and juice for the next 6 hours with all the lights on. Okay, Ma? Give me
Yeah.
my gels.
Yes, such
Well,
a
and then
fuck up,
you
Frankie.
know what happened? The boy bands walked in. They took it to the Super Saiyan level by bleaching their hair.
And now
Sure.
we have the Jersey Shore TV show to look back on as like John Gotti's legacy.
You can draw a direct line from
Yeah.
the ghost of Carlo to Jersey Shore.
That's how
Yeah.
the bloodline is spread out.
There's a lot more truth to that than you think. Like the way John Gotti,
Influence
the Dapper Don,
could influence generations.
it went from this. It's
Cult
our little
niche,
thing.
yeah,
It's
niche.
quiet. Everyone's a gentleman. You know,
Yeah.
we're hanging out.
Niche.
We're quiet, and we send goons to do the dirty work. Then all of a sudden, it's like,
Front page mobster.
yeah,
Yeah.
this guy is wearing a hotel's worth of clothing on him.
Yeah.
Right, and then you get young men that look like Toad from the Mario Brothers with their hair.
And they're very scary. They will hurt you very bad, it looks like.
Yeah.
Well, I
Without
mean,
any-
the Jersey
without any
Shore guys
reason.
won't hurt you very bad. Everyone
I
has.
don't know.
If you're from
I don't
Long
know.
Island, you've seen those fights. They puff their chests up and
They
Oh!
are very muscular, though. They have a
They're
lot
show
of
muscles.
Yeah.
But that could definitely hurt if you get punched in the face.
They'll-
I'm
But
a
they-
guy from my stature. If I get punched in the face by a juice head, it's gonna
But they
hurt.
don't punch. They just puff their chest out.
Yeah, they
Trust me, I've been
they
in those
chest it.
fights.
I've seen a couple times where that was there
Unless
was more
their
than just
nipples are
chest
rock
bump. There
hard,
was-
you're not going to get hurt.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true. Well, either way,
Oh shit! You know what? I saw before you started to cut you off, Tom.
that's all right, dude. I've been cutting you off all night.
But I remember watching My True Life. I'm a bodybuilder,
yeah,
and there was a John Gotti wannabe Guido dude. He was
it's
really
awesome.
and his dad would shave his asshole because you have no hair on your body.
It's
And
beautiful.
that just makes me think of I don't know why it made me think of John Gotti, but
I mean, John Gotti had plenty of hair. I'm not sure where that skip came from.
just the Italianness is he was like, yo, Dad, you gotta shave my asshole, and he was like, all right, fucker, and he was in the he cuts to them
Come here.
him
Bend
bending
over, son.
over And that just shows that's family right there. That's
Yeah,
why I
As
want
how
to
we
do
do
time-
the thing.
As time
dad would
went
never
by,
do that for me.
they saw that the fruit of the gods, the tomato. There's
Yeah.
no hair on a tomato. A peach has hair, but tomato's clean
Tomatoes.
shaven. So
Ketchup.
Well. Another one.
This would be the demise of the mafia or the Gambino crime family. It'd be like kind of like the downfall of it. This is when this happens.
Right.
It has changed hands over the years. I'm sure there's I think the new guy is I forgot his name. I don't want to say his name maybe because I'll get
Justin
killed.
Trudeau.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Justin Trudeau.
Yeah.
well, no, I
Ben
feel like
Shapiro and
That's the
Al
hell of a cult.
I know-
Algon, where you say that word.
I know I
QAnon.
joke about it, but all those guys after John Gotti and like the Gambino, you don't really hear about the mafia anymore. They're still
No,
out
it's
there.
secret. They're more underground.
They're
now
still
than
out
they
there,
were.
but a lot of them just turn.
They're doing better at their job.
A
Yeah,
lot of
they're
them
doing-
just
they're-
turn
yeah,
to
what they're supposed to
government.
do.
So if you're from Long Island, all your
I'm done.
government officials are ex-mob.
Yeah.
One of my ex-girlfriends, her stepdad was mob connected, and I was very scared of him. But he was nice to me because we both had the same name, Michael.
That's what.
Did you tell him you were Regani?
No,
Did you
He's like,
you
"You're a
tell him
fucking
about the
Irish
pizza toppings that you put on her face every once in a while?
you know what? I'm pretty sure he didn't like her, so he was probably like, whatever.
Oh, okay.
My dad went on 2 dates with one of Carlo Gambino's
Oh
granddaughters,
yeah.
and was in the same room as him once.
Oh my
Oh
god.
shit.
Yeah.
I can only imagine that your dad in a room with Carlos Gambino.
He didn't know. So what happened was he witnessed, like, he went on a date with this girl, one of the granddaughters, and when they came back, there was like a party going on. It's like 1:00 in the morning. And he's like, "That's weird. There's all these like 50-year-old men here, and all and their wives, and
Yeah.
everyone was mingling." And then here comes this little old man, and my dad didn't know who it was at the time. But he just walks in, a couple people, they're talking to him, and all the men follow him into a room, and then he realized it was just him with all the women. Like, he was just like, "Oh,
Right.
man, I'm really on the outside of this."
Did he go
Yeah.
up to Gambino and be like, "Hey, you ever hear the album Joshua Tree by U2? It's great."
It hadn't come out yet,
Oh,
so
okay.
thank God.
Okay.
Or else my dad might be missing a finger.
Yeah, no, you might have not been
You
born.
might be here, Tom. You wouldn't be here. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he said he understood the situation. He pieced it together and then kind of removed himself. And
I could
luckily it was
definitely-
only
yeah,
the
yeah.
second date, so he wasn't
On
invested.
good terms. He was
Good terms.
Yeah. I don't,
He's
There you
here.
yeah.
So anyway, Mike, anything else you want to add? Connor, do you want to add anything to this?
I'm
narrative?
sorry.
I just want to know what network did Growing Up Gotti air on?
It was probably. I want to say it was like A&E.
Was it? No, I think it was MTV.
I feel like that's a classic. That sounds like a early 2000s VH1 show.
Growing
Yeah.
up.
Oh, I was thinking E.
I think
These
it was
are all real good
I
answers.
think A&E.
I think it was on PBS.
A&E,
Connor, let me-
motherfuckers. I
A&E.
knew it.
Way
So,
to go, Mike.
that's why, because I did the research on this fucking podcast.
I'm glad you brought that up, Mike.
Yes.
I'm going to say congratulations to you and your body for delivering a script. Now, I have to open the floor up to some criticism.
Let's hear
Connor,
it.
as our research artist, how do you think Mike did?
I think Mike covered the bases that we needed to, hit the high points.
You don't think it was too vague? It was a little. I think it was a little vague on my
No,
part.
I think you got the major highlights. You did miss the Lufthansa heists. That's
was
the
that
only
again?
one.
All right. All right.
Oh, that was.
He's
the,
not a subject I know well,
the
so I
Goodfellas,
don't know
right?
what you missed. That's big.
You watched
Except the
Goodfellas.
Lufthansa.
We'll say.
I love it.
You could look-
I love
you could
Italian
look
people
like
so
this.
much.
Yeah.
He's a
Such
very
culture.
feminine-looking boy.
Yeah. Travis, do you want to add anything to this? All the way from
Portland, New Orleans.
yeah.
Yeah, New Orleans. Yeah, all the way from New Orleans. No, I just think that Mario is a great character. Waluigi's one of my favorites.
He's always laying that pipe.
He's in there. He's peaching around. Still hasn't been laid because they're not married yet.
You don't think
Traditional
so?
values.
Well, they're
no.
waiting. Yeah.
They don't have.
Yeah.
Video game characters don't have sex.
Not since Hot Coffee GTA 4. GTA. What was that?
Oh yeah, GTA
San Andreas.
Yeah.
Oh, except
Oh,
for
man.
Bowser Peach version, whatever the hell her name is.
There's a hentai version of Super Mario 64.
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to tell me, Travis?
Yeah, dude.
Could you imagine? It was just like, those ads with the cartoons having
Oh.
sex. on
Why
porn
is it
sites and
always
stuff?
Family Guy?
Well, imagine if it was just Italian people, like
just real
drawn
Italian
people, like people doing Italian things and
Yeah.
like big noses and having fun.
Just doing this with the hands.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm making sauce, something else going on the bottom of my body.
Local singles in your area making sauce.
Yeah, get shredded.
My husband's in the mob. I just want sex.
Yeah,
Try not to come on the pizza.
Let me
You
see
won't
your
last
red
5
bull.
minutes.
You won't Are you alone? Well, I've got a pizza for you. You won't last 5 minutes.
Yo, what was this ranch dressing on my pizza?
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
Well,
No,
thanks a
that's
lot
Mike.
for-
That's a story for a Midwestern subject. But thank you for bringing this boy in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Mike is from North Dakota,
Yeah,
so
from
Oh,
North
yeah.
Dakota, so this
Yeah.
is just nice visiting this shithole Long Island for once.
Yeah. So shout out to Italians all over the world.
Yeah, well, I'm really jealous I'm not Italian, to be honest.
Yeah.
you're
well,
from. Oh no, you're not from Long Island.
Not,
I was about to say you're an
relatives in
honorary
Long
Italian,
Tom's
being from Long Island.
He's from Short Island, Tom.
Short Island. Yeah. Short
And I'm from
of thought.
New Orleans, North Dakota. Travis.
Yeah, I'm
Please
from
don't
Nova
kill me.
Scotia.
Guys, we know you love this. Italians love attention, and we love you, Italians. It's all jokes, okay?
I'm sorry.
Apparently. Not really. Some of those things, some of the hateful things I said were very serious.
You just won the Euros. We're allowed to knock you down a peg.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thank you guys. I appreciate all the criticism and the support. And
I'm jealous of your family life.
I've never gotten a hat from this fucking show yet. And
Fuck
Yeah.
off, dude. Buy a hat.
never
Connor's
gotten
going to buy it.
dang-
Actually, I went to go buy a hat for Connor, but his head's pretty big, so
It's,
I'm not sure.
it's size 8.
Yeah, he's a
Not a
big hat.
one size fits all kind of guy.
No, I whenever I say that, like, see that on anything that's a hat size, I'm like, oh, good
Yeah,
challenge.
trust
Let's see. Let's put that to the test.
I mean,
Let's sue a
I'm
company.
on the last thing of a snapback, but
Me
you
too.
know, I feel
I'm like
you.
breaking the snaps kind of in my head.
I'm a skinny little head, dude.
You got that smooth brain.
I can put my head inside of a roll of paper towels.
Tom,
That's fire. What does it look like in there?
Tom, before we close it out,
Yeah.
can we give the ladies and gentlemen the number to call if you've had an alien encounter? Have you seen UFOs? This is the last week to let us know about it. Just give us a
I've
call.
seen a ghost.
Call 631-837-3274.
Dial 8.
Do it. Call Celino and Barnes if you've seen an alien and you got distracted.
And if you think an Italian is flying that UFO, just press the extension 123 after.
Ask for Selena.
Press the extension 911.
Let's get them all in jail, boys.
Officer, I saw a UFO. It was being flown by an Italian.
Oh my god.
All right, boys, we
trust
got
those.
we got another one in the sky.
Oh.
Okay. All right, thanks for listening, Connor. Thanks for joining us.
I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
We're gonna have you.
I'll be back.
Yeah, you're gonna be back. I'm gonna put
I'm
you on
being
the spot right
replaced.
now. You're
I'm-
doing a script.
I'm being replaced.
I am.
We're
I
gonna be
th-
doing-
I think I know who I'm choosing. I won't give it away just yet, but I've been leaning
Give it away
towards
now.
one guy for a long time.
All
I
right.
feel like I might as well just jump in with him.
Is he Italian?
He might be.
Okay.
All right.
He's known for a different funny European country, but I'm pretty sure he might have been born in Italy.
Oh. Okay, fun. All right, so stay tuned for that. Connor is a research artist, so it should kind of rock the show.
It'll be
At its
better than mine,
foundations.
probably.
Yeah.
I guarantee.
I also guarantee.
Yeah.
Mine was light. Mine was high spirits.
All right, Travis, you got anything?
Nah, Dankle Shane.
No criticism, Travis. You're a fake friend.
We already did the
I want
criticism.
We
I want
did
more
it.
criticism.
We did it,
We're gonna
dude.
criticize
I'm
after we
using I'm
record.
using my Italian romance
Get
language.
the fuck out of here.
Dankle Shane.
Thank you, Shane, everyone.
Dankle.
Dank. I don't live in North
Danke.
Dakota. Don't kill me, please. I'm sorry.